He doesn't like me, and I don't like him.
Us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
You just shook up the world. How's that feel? Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
Yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing up to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've got kids to pay for.
Yeah.
Listen,
We
I'll
need
be
to
honest,
keep this...
if I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So...
And we already know.
You don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Pick one. Help
Sign
us.
up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy a starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving.
That's what we are.
Look at me.
Look at him.
Do
you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one.
Go in your coat, yeah?
You're not stopping.
You doing a podcast coat as well?
I'll take it off in a minute. Hi everyone, welcome to another one podcast.
I feel uncomfortable.
Me. I'll take it off in a minute. Simon Wozniak.
Is this because we've got 2 manx on?
Just wait there. Simon Wozniak and Rob Thomas.
Hello.
This is for the non-video listener. This
right.
So we got two guests today. I've got a coat on which I'm going to take off in a minute. Danny Sutcliffe.
Hello.
Two debutantes. There's Danny, and we got Rachel.
Hello.
Fairburn.
Hello. I'm looking at the camera.
You can give a little wave to the camera.
That's fine.
I don't know why people watch podcasts, but that's another thing.
I think I'd take them in. I take them in more visually. I think I do like that. And before we carry on, I will take my navy coat off now.
You want to tell them what you're wearing, do you?
Well, just so that they've got the whole picture. How are you both?
He's also wearing
Absolutely
a shirt with the top buttons on.
You can take that off as well.
Oh, is this what this is now? Is this what this has turned into?
Undo your top button, relax a little bit.
Is that what the another one is? I'm taking another one off.
Already started.
I mean, it is a warm evening as well. You don't really need that coat.
I just wanted it on, but now I can't, have I? Because you've all made a big deal of it.
I liked it on.
Fine, I'll just... There we go.
It made me feel...
There you go. There, that's better, isn't it?
That is staying up.
Fine.
You look very smart.
Is it about fashion, this podcast?
A lot of it is, yeah. I want to push the boundaries with my appearance, and a weekly podcast with this video is the perfect thing for me.
You want another one cap?
I've started putting caps on, Danny. I'm bored.
He bought a cap, and then I made him insecure about it, so we went and bought another one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Signing 2 caps now.
You know what?
3 caps. I got 3.
Have you got 3 now?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me what your third
No, yeah,
one.
it's the same as the other one, but not a trucker version. It's just a full version.
I love a trucker cap.
Because I had both, but then I couldn't be arsed sending the other one back.
Yeah, that never
So I just thought I'll keep it now.
Why don't you auction it off to the listeners?
Not a bad idea, that.
There you go.
You'd have your
Sell
DNA.
now. I'm like Belle Delphine selling bathwater.
Do you want to win a Von Dutch cap? I'm sure they're fine to wear now, aren't they?
I was thinking about getting a Von Dutch cap. Is that not acceptable?
I don't want there's some like racist connotations with it or something.
But isn't a Dutch cap some sort of form of contraception?
Ooh, what is a Von Dutch cap?
Von Dutch cap.
Pretending you've put one on and then not.
Poking holes in the back of it.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
I'm sure a Dutch cap means like a...
Are you getting confused with Dutch oven, which is when you fart and put the
No. Oh, God, no.
Well, going Dutch is a thing where you split the bill, innit?
Yeah, so what's Dutch cap then?
Well, that's what I mean. So why have the Dutch got such...
You agree to pay fees for the baby, but fuck off.
Yeah, so why... Yeah.
Here's the money, but I'm not ever going to be here, so...
Why have the Dutch got such a...
Going Dutch is when both men pull out.
I
believe.
Right.
Going Dutch, I thought meant just
It does,
splitting
I'm-
the
Doesn't mean
making
splitting
it-
the bill.
Oh, is that what you call
Rachel,
it?
it's a 9 o'clock record this. I'm fresh at 7 and I'm tailing off at 9 usually.
This is late recording.
Thanks
It
for
is.
doing this so late.
Yeah,
by the
thank
way.
you, thank you.
Pleasure. That's it. What
You've-
time is it? It's 13 minutes past 9.
You've helped the mental health of veterans in the Liverpool area for doing it. So
Oh, is that why? Yeah, you had the.
Well, if they'd known that, I wouldn't have bothered. Is
Yeah.
that what you were doing? What were you doing?
I'm putting my
Yeah.
jacket back on as well.
yeah, I've started doing like tutoring sort of comedy courses, but for like they're always for like a charity sort of thing. So this
Okay.
one's veterans. I've done depressed dads, haven't I?
Rob's saving lives out there.
Yeah.
Oh, what are there any good ones? Any funny ones?
What do you mean
No.
on this one? It's only second weekend, so
How were the depressed
we'll
dads?
see.
Were they?
That was a bit.
They're all dead now.
There was one really funny one.
What
One-
was, his,
there's
what was his catchphrase? She won't let me see them.
No,
all
he's
my
like,
photos are selfies.
All dressed as different superheroes. Do you get any of the depressed dads trying to come through on the army one? Like, I've seen action as well. Fucking kill this one.
Well,
on the headline.
the weird one about depressed dads. 3 of them were there to see me. It was that was uncomfortable.
Is that why they were depressed?
Yeah. So one of them was a comic who's on the circuit now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he's
that's
just
good.
doing open spots.
That's good.
But he was
though.
doing it because me and Sam Avery were doing it, and he was like, "Oh, I want them to do it," which is a bit uncomfortable. And then there was one who's just a tattoo artist who's really into conspiracy theories, and just decided to do it, and he was the boss.
What does he tattoo question marks everywhere? Did they?
The Illuminati inside a tattoo. He possibly does tattoos the Illuminati first, and the actual tattoo.
Maybe
over
there's
it.
2 depressed dads on the circuit that have given up stand-up now,
Yeah,
just to replace them.
hopefully.
Yeah, wonder if there's anyone given up lately? That's not
What
name.
comedy
That's not
or in
name.
life?
them,
I was
that's
going to
not
say, in
name
what respect?
I have. I'm going to do a course next week in
them.
Liverpool.
Maybe
Just need to have a kid first.
Or go and sign up to the army.
Yeah.
in
Go and
fact,
see
that's what
action.
we should do. Instead of encouraging more people to do stand-up, we should round a few people up and do like a course for them to leave. You know, like when people have been in cults and they have to sort of
An exit interview.
yeah, like
An intervention, really,
an
isn't it?
intervention. Yeah.
When you time out the army, if you've been served long enough, they'll pay for you to retrain as anything you want. Maybe that's what the comedy fund should do. The Comedy Benevolent Fund.
Yeah.
That should be a fund that helps people retrain to go back to a normal life. Right. You've had your time now. What do you want to be? Crane driver. There you go. Go on.
The only way to get them
yeah, I
there is
think
to tell them they're doing a weekend somewhere. And then when they walk in, it's just an empty theatre. And you're like, you fucking done.
Hey, pick one of these.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Give us your
Get the
cap and
course.
badge.
Or someone should
Gun
just
in your badge.
walk out slow clapping. Like, it's over. Take a seat. You won't be
Oh,
standing
bow.
up again.
It would be nice if there was an actual end when that's it now. You're done.
Right.
There's no end, is there?
Well, we said when we made.
But like, if
15
there was an actual, you're sacked from this now. Not
so
being
like-
cancelled, but like going like if you genuinely you're sacked from it.
It's one of those jobs you can't really get sacked from, innit?
Yeah,
And
you
you can, like, you know,
just slowly.
You
piece it out
basically
the-
got to be like a really bad paedophile, haven't you? To be like that's enough. Like a really
Yeah.
bad one though.
You can't even be an average paedophile.
Yeah.
You've got to be a really bad paedophile.
You've got to go to jail. You've got to be in prison. That's the only way to get one of them off the circuit.
Oh,
do you reckon in
We have-
prison
we
they're
have-
like, it's like, this is all I know, so I'm going to start a comedy course.
Well, that's what he said he'd do in
He'll
prison.
be doing ex-prisoners next.
We said how he survived in prison. He went, I'll probably just put a comedy night on. I don't know what to do anything else. see if I can make them laugh.
Yeah.
There are comedians that have been in prison, aren't there?
There's a few.
Julian Dean.
Yeah, well, he's had
Yeah.
him on. He
He's in
spoke
prison.
about
We
it.
mean like a 25-year sentence where it's like you're not coming out now. I mean, you can still come and do stand-up after
not
25
getting
years.
3 months for a bit of drink driving.
No,
Yeah.
there was that other guy recently that was a bad pedo.
Oh yeah, him.
He's
What was his name?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, Eamon something.
Eamon something.
Because they
yeah.
kept showing his Edinburgh poster.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like 24 hours later that they actually blurred out the other poor person who was on the fucking bill with him. And it was like, this was his Edinburgh poster. And then there's another
Was
act
it
going,
Goodfellow?
Oh.
Was it Eamon Goodfellow?
I think think that sounds right.
I hope that's right. If it's not,
And he's still
you are
gigging,
out there,
yeah.
that is not. Just do your research before
Well,
you go
let's
and
just call
troll
him
anyone
Eamon
online.
Bad fellow.
Oh, the
Okay,
irony.
let's go
Yeah.
with that,
Hey,
yeah.
man, good fellow.
Hey, boy, good fellow.
Not good
That's
with
a bit of a
kids.
stretch. Amen.
I reckon I'm just trying to think about comedy partners. So if you come on nonce, Rick Kerry, it'd be worse for you, wouldn't it? Alison become a nonce.
Not really, no.
Um,
Why?
Because at least he knows. He knows. I'll just go. I only met him 1 hour a week. Didn't ask him any questions. Couldn't even tell you what his parents' name was.
I thought you meant you meant it would be worse for them than you being the pedo.
No, yeah. So I'm saying if you were a pedo, I think it'd be all right for me. I'd get Phil Allison.
Yeah.
I'll just say I didn't really know Sam that well. Just podcast worked out well.
Yeah.
Whereas he's got to know his partner.
Right, okay.
That's what I'd do. If that happened,
You'd start a spin-off.
I'd be doing the talk show rounds. I'd be on this morning and Phil and Holly, I didn't know anything about it. And I just, I just feel awful, but please do listen. The podcast is still continuing.
Framer.
I'd go like, I'd take full advantage, but I'd drop a reggae album or something instead. I'd use it as my platform now. This is my time to shine. She's away for 20 years. Come on, everyone do
lyrics
the
and a reggae thing, yeah. I
Reinvent
didn't
yourself.
know.
Daddy's come back as a musical.
Oh, Lord, I didn't know.
Pinky plonk tie. Oh, I'm actually wishing for that.
I didn't know.
Sorry, Alison.
No, I'm a no cry.
It's weird though, because I don't think you could. All the sort of bad ones, in comedy, all the real, your nonsense. They never get past a certain level, do they? They're always
They're
Too
never
preoccupied.
pro, are they?
they're always because they still need to keep a job, don't they, with kids? So they're they're on festering on the lower levels, aren't they? They never get out of that sort of unless they're hiding in plain sight.
It's long hours for him as well, though, because it's late nights with the comedy and then early mornings with the kids.
Yeah, I suppose the ideal time to be on a chat room as well. You'll be on stage, so
Yeah.
was you thinking before the kids go to bed, 7 to 8 chat room?
Well, you just go for ones across the pond. You just go for the American kids.
Oh, yeah, different time zones,
Yeah.
yeah. But that way, you're not getting the kids' freedom groups meeting
Perfect.
outside of KFC and fucking...
Yeah.
And that way, when you break America, that's when you're full nonce.
What if somebody said?
Can't be cancelled then.
What if somebody got caught by a paedophile hunter, but then they said, "Oh, actually, my kink is talking to people who are pretending."
That's what they do.
Is that what they do?
Yeah,
do
that's
they
why-
do that?
That's why they're.
Oh my God! Have I got the
nonce-
mind of a paedophile and the body of a child?
I never thought of that, but that is
That's why the nonce
genius.
hunters end up fucking up the cases because they go to court and go, "I knew it was an adult the whole time."
Ah.
Like I knew they were trying to trick me. I was playing along with it because I knew it was an adult the whole time.
Do you know what always does me on these videos? Because like, I'll be just scrolling through Facebook video feed and then you'll get one where it's like, parents of justice and shit. Like, they always have mad names like angel fighters
Dark
and stuff.
Justice.
Yeah, something with justice in it.
Stinson Hunter.
Innocent justice or something.
Yeah.
But it's like the video always starts with like it's a car park.
Yeah.
It's a Morrison's car park. And then someone's like, it's a tattooed leg in a pair of shorts. And then they're coughing and going like that, and it's
Yeah.
that for a 3-minute walk. Like, here he is. Like, put your cig out. Like, it's like, cut that bit. I know you're live, but like, fucking hell. Come on.
I don't-
Post production. Yeah, if you want your reel to smash, at least cut it down a
edit
bit. Yeah.
it.
I don't
Edit
want-
the justice.
I can't watch anything like that. The only one that I have watched is that American one. What's it? To Catch a Predator.
Right.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
where they go into the decoy is like, "Oh, I'll be down in a minute."
With Chris
And,
Hansen.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Chris Hansen's like, just, why are you here?
And surely they should go, "I recognise this kitchen. I've
Yeah.
seen this on the television."
Oh, it's the same
And-
place every time.
It's this.
Is it? Is it a
it's
prop
like
house? Is it the
It's
same-
a prop. It's very similar prop house.
Right.
And then he comes in. and He's like, "Oh,
Like the
hi."
set of Coronation Street.
Ken Barlow's living.
Do you think they do it up for like Halloween and stuff? If it's an Halloween episode.
Maybe that's a giveaway. You get Christmas in no street. Hold on. Hold on.
I've
seen these comments before. I'm on the set of Corrie. Oh no! They also filmed Catch a Predator on it.
It's funny when they watch the show and they walk in and go, "Hi, Chris." It's like, I know him. You're on that. Oh, fuck.
Can I get a selfie? Oh shit, yeah.
I can't watch it. I hate that. I don't like vigilante stuff anyway because the whole scenario to me is like, oh fuck, this is horrible for everybody. Like, I don't feel bad for the men that are doing it, obviously. I think
don't
But
like
does not a
anyone
little bit
involved.
of you feel like, they're fucked?
Yeah.
They're so
humour,
fucked.
The humanity in me goes,
So fucked.
and then I think, oh God, what if he's got a wife, if he's got kids, if he's friends? Like, your stupidity has caused so much fucking hassle. Like, it's, oh my God.
But I think
just can't
that
deal with
over everything though. Like, you know, when like England did well in the Euros like last summer, and that fella got his arse out and put a flare.
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine
full
that was your
arse
half fella
as well, yeah.
Like, your half fella's got a flare up his arse on TV there. Like, how'd you go into school the next? Like,
What's that picture that I've seen loads where it's the man who's naked who's being carried over?
yeah.
And his little balls are there.
That's the one.
Who
Yeah.
is that? Who's that guy? Who is it? Do you know which one I mean? It's in a pub and it's some.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think it's a person. There's like
Who
someone
is
famous.
he? I want to know more about him.
You see, well, this is the thing, right? Because
His balls are so
you think
clean.
that, like, you see one of these videos, you're like,
I'm
oh,
sure
that's-
there's one of the pictures though, and he's got a really dirty arsehole. And it's like,
Oh. Well, that's the thing. But that guy's ass and face is a meme now, and it's famous. But still, you don't know him, do you?
I've not seen
Just
it.
because there's not a name and a.
it's a good chance he's killed himself. Where you're not talking about it.
They've got to carry his coffin the way he's like full arse out. Like, chuck him down, like.
I've not seen it.
Recreate the meme. Have you
not
when he's
seen
in a
it?
bar,
You
he's
must have
fully
seen
naked,
it.
but he's kept his trainers on. It's like
Yeah.
a grey-haired bloke,
They're all like sort of crowd serving him.
and it's full gooch balls.
He looks like Bill, he looks a bit like Bill Kenwright.
Nah.
And his legs are right up in the air, and he looks
He's having a brilliant time.
he looks free. Is how he
He
looks.
does straight up.
To me, that is freedom.
Right, would you look at that photo though and go, at least my dad's happy?
No.
What's your reaction to that?
Well, luckily, my dad would never do anything like that because he's a miserable sod, and I'm glad about that. But
Maybe that's because he hasn't got the chance to do that yet. Maybe he's waiting for his time.
although my dad used
Go
to
to
be
St Helens Rugby Club
well,
to
he
try
was
and
a semi-professional rugby player. My dad,
Right, well,
And
he's definitely
I-
drunk
Was he,
tits
yeah?
then.
and he's Welsh, and I said to him ages ago, I said, winding him up, having a laugh. I said, you know, when you used to play rugby, Dad, did you and your mates all get in the bath together? And he went, oh, leave me alone, Rachel. I was like, well, that's a yes, isn't it? That's a yes. You and all your mates in the bath.
Yeah, rugby players, they're the worst for that sort of behaviour, I think.
Yeah.
For that, drink the piss,
It's all very homoerotic.
suck each
isn't it?
other off and that for a laugh.
Just keep leaving bottles of matey round just to remind him of the good old days. Speaking of picking your moment, can I just bring up? Have you watched any festivals this year?
Yeah, I think I watched a little bit of Glastonbury, but not
I've watched a little bit of Glastonbury. I like festivals. I
I watched Olivia Rodrigo and Lily Allen. Sorry.
Have you seen any of these bits now? It's becoming more and more of a reoccurrence where, like, I want to see a festival. Like, I really like a band called Run the Jewels.
Right.
Now, I love Run the Jewels, and I want to see everything that they do on stage. What I don't hope for in any of that event, the hour and a half stage time that they've got, is that some white middle-class kid holds up a sign that they've brought with them to the fucking festival going, I know all the words to one of your fucking songs. And it just, it needs to stop now.
Because it's that one kid did it that time and smashed it, innit?
Yeah.
I don't even know what band it was.
Okay, wasn't that Kano?
Was it Dave?
Dave, yeah, and he done Thiago
Oh
Silva.
no, there was another guy that he said there was a white boy who got up and he said the N word in the song,
Right.
and it went off like he grabbed the mic from him and he was like he told him to fuck off and that, even though it was the lyric.
Yeah.
And I think he said it as a white boy or something, and then there was a bit of
I feel sorry there because he might have just like been in the car.
that's what I mean.
We all know when you're alone in the car,
Yeah.
you're sort of like, shit, I just said it, shit.
Not just shouting the N-word over and over.
Yeah.
No radio on.
Country lane. Like,
I know what you mean, though. See, this is a problem now. Everyone thinks they're talented, don't they? So some little knobhead will be in the crowd with his little sign. I know all the words. Do you know who else knows all the words? Them.
Yeah.
Who wrote it? Who were performing it?
Yeah.
It's not about you.
The problem is, though, them cunts getting them up because this is the thing. It's the same with comedians now filming every gig and all dipping into the crowd because they're thinking, I just need a clip. I need a clip. Them bands are getting told by their agents, get them up because that goes viral. Your song might go off on TikTok.
Do you know what?
And it's just like, fuck off.
No, the only way you should be allowed to let someone come onto the thing and sing. The question: are you terminally ill? If the answer is yes, we'll think about it. We'll think about
That
it.
should be on a cardboard.
I'm just going to
3 months. I've been given 3 months.
I'm just going to have my mate hold the sign up for me and then just be weekly be like,
sporadically, I don't mind if somebody's terminally ill and they want to do something. Fine. Not
Terminal.
every week.
I know all the words to Halo.
Not every week though. But I'm with you. It should be banned. Like you shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be allowed to sign.
But
why
why?
can't we sing a
Why
sign
not?
gig?
Why, but like, if they're saying I know the words, the band don't have to. The band don't have to do anything.
Yeah, but we've come to see the band. We've not come to see some little.
Yeah, no, but the
from
band
bloody
just go,
Chelmsford.
we're not getting anyone up on stage. End of. That's it. Just
What they should
take
do,
your
It's
Andy,
a
time.
is
health and
get them to
safety
go.
issue, actually.
It is a health and safety issue. Thank you. They should
What
get them
sort-
to the front
right.
and then just get the sign and then just screw it up and throw it
Right.
back at.
Here's what we need to do. Anyone listening, if you ever see that happen, set fire to the sign. Only
I'll
need
start
one.
Woodstock
Only need one
99
fire.
again, mate.
We only need one sign on fire, and it'll be health and safety. Be like bang.
You're
like-
going to be solely responsible for Leeds and Reading next year,
Yeah.
burning to the ground.
Good. Fuck them.
Did you see that Woodstock 99? Doc on
I haven't
Netflix?
finished. I've only watched like the first 10 minutes.
Good,
Do you know
innit?
what? I watched 10 minutes of it, and I know what I thought to myself. Everything's shit. I don't need to hear about something that was shit last millennium. I don't care. Like that Fire Festival thing.
Oh, I enjoyed that.
I was
though.
like, I don't
I haven't seen that
care.
one yet.
What was it? That was it? That
I enjoyed Five because it was all rich kids getting had off, so it was a bit like, oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I
There was a bit of shade and proud in there.
Yeah,
wasn't there?
yeah. But in general, I'm just like, oh, what is this? A great time went bad. Well, that's most things. I just don't want to watch. Also,
boring,
Netflix
isn't it?
documentaries are too long. They're too
Yeah.
long.
Right.
Six
Most of it-
parts.
Most things are an
Yeah.
hour. You can get everything in within an hour.
Don't fuck with cats. That's
Oh,
an
no.
absolute epic.
I hated that
That was brilliant.
Why?
because it
one
was
of the-
boring. Because
one
it
of the-
took something.
It was one of the
that-
best things I've ever seen in my life. I'll be honest with you, it was more to do with the fact that when I watched it was Christmas and I had red wine and I sat there and it was just a nice little scene for me to drink wine and watch this and eat cheese for 3 hours, and it was brilliant. But carry on. Eviscerate it, Rachel.
all the
I'm
way
not going to
through.
fuck with cats.
Do you know what it was? I found the dweebs in it annoying. I didn't like the murderer. Of course I didn't like the murderer. I felt sorry for the murderer's mum. I can't even remember the story. I felt sorry for the animals. And I just... Do you know what I hate? And I'm going to be awful here. I can't stand the rise of the dweebs. Do you know when, like, dweebs...
It's very self-congratulatory, innit?
Like,
Yeah.
when an utter dweeb is in the driving seat, I'm like, we should be picking on you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be in control of this.
Well,
I
it-
just didn't like the people in it.
It's like, not to go back to nonces, there's a fact of like a very high percentage of nonces have been nonced and it's become secular. And I think this is what's happening with nerds and dweebs now. They've been bullied the whole life. Now technology's taken over and they're in a position of power. They're worse than the ones who were bullying them.
Yes.
So it's like,
yes.
it's becoming secular.
I blame them. That's read receipts. That was the nerds fucking everyone else because no one ever needed to know where they are.
Oh,
So read receipts were big for them,
Yeah.
whereas people that had people trying to get them.
Right.
I need like, oh fuck, how do I turn read receipts off? Because they'll know I've seen it then, and I don't want them to know. Oh, sorry, I didn't get your message. You did. You fucking read it. You couldn't.
You know,
The tweet goes,
10 o'clock this
is
morning.
anyone going for lunch? And you go, oh, don't answer that. Oh, you've read it now. You're being a dickhead to
Got
me.
to go to
Yeah.
lunch, yeah.
The nerds were coming up with little ways to monitor where everyone is because they wanted to control
You
you.
see, nerds. I've got nothing against nerds or dweebs, whatever. You do you. But I don't understand. You all used to stick together. Why are you now in my world telling me what I should be doing? You're not me.
So what's an example of this?
On
Well, I
with
can't
you.
give any examples without being deeply offensive, can I? But it's just
Have a go.
I can't. Like you know what I mean. You know, I find that offensive. I'm upset by that. Well, I'm
They're not
sorry.
necessarily nerds, are they?
They are nerds.
They were
These are
meant.
the
They were
nerds.
meant to be nerds.
The nerds have
Failed
found,
nerds.
The nerds have found the confidence now, and the nerds don't like people doing
Right.
stuff that they can't do. So it's like, you know,
The lefties.
oh no, it's not lefties.
It's not lefty,
It's
alright,
not
it's just
lefties.
like-
I mean, this is the thing. It's like I am a left wing person, but I the
Hate the
nerd.
left.
Yeah, it was like the fella today. Did you see the MP today? Moaning
I'm
about
left
Joe
wing, but I
Lycett.
can't fucking stand the left.
Oh, well, they're moaning about Joe
Do me
Lycett. but
fucking
yeah,
head
people
in.
like Joe
There was an
Lycett that
MP
makes them
moaning
look
about
like
Joe
cunts.
Lycett going, well, and the thing is, they can't even explain what he done.
They can't.
It's so funny. He goes, well, Joe Lycett was on doing that thing that Joe Lycett does. Like, what does he do?
Making us look like a cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, I think the BBC put him on because Joe Lycett's going to do what Joe Lycett does. And he's like, what did he do? Go on, just say what he done. All he's done was called you a cunt. That's all he done.
Yeah. Well, this is it now, because the editor of the politics show was like, I don't think we should have comedians on anymore. Why? Because it goes like that. And now everyone's talking about it. Yeah. And we fucked. And that's the biggest thing we've got to fucking worry about right now, is it? Joe Lycett causing a bit of fucking mayhem on a fucking primetime show.
Joe Lycett saying he's right wing.
That was so fucking funny. Oh, that was so fucking funny. But yeah, I get what you mean now. Even like super nerds like Elon Musk. Like, surely there's got to be a harder billionaire than
he's
Elon
doing my
Musk
fucking head in him.
His place.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to be a comic. Yeah. That's the thing. He wants to be cool.
Yeah. He wants to be cool, and he's a fucking little nerd. And he's winding me up. The reason he winds you up is because he's got this following, and they're all. It's like this crypto gets me. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Make fucking pretend money. Stop me with your make believe money that only you cunts understand. Get to fuck. And he's like, and Elon Musk is tweeting things like, go and buy Dogecoin. Then all these fucking losers go and buy Dogecoin, and then wins that Dogecoin isn't like getting more valuable. He's like, well, that's because you're following a fucking nerd. He's a fucking loser.
He should be an incel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's just like an older
he's a billionaire, so people shag him.
Exactly.
It's like when you're like 12 and like some of your mates meet like an 18-year-old who's a bit cool, and he's like, go and smash those windows over there. You're like, all right. It's that. That's fucking
That's what he is.
Yeah.
Is he fucking on Joe Rogan's podcast doing weed? And he's like, oh, I've never done this before.
Was he on that?
Yeah, he's done weed on Rogan's podcast.
There's a meme of that when he's like,
when was this? How have I missed all this?
Going back a while. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Year and a bit ago.
It's just, like I say, he's desperate to be cool.
Yeah.
And he tweets jokes, and then if anyone skits him because his joke was shit, he blocks them and gets a little fucking cob on. And they reckon that's why he was trying to buy Twitter, just because of,
Because people, shut up, nerd.
You fucking loser.
Do you have to stop yourself doing it? Like, I mean, because you've got a bit of a freedom with, like, you've got people that want to come and see you now, saying, like, you know, you've got like a bit of a following.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I'll have to really debate if I want to send something. Like the other day with that guy from the politics show going, I don't think we should have comedians on anymore. I nearly just quote tweeted it and then just put, shut up, nerd. Yeah. Because it's just, but I'm like, oh, I'm going to have a pile on because it's politics. Do you worry about shit like that? Are you bothered?
I don't.
Our following.
Well,
you're kidding me, Danny.
Does it give you a bit more of an oomph to be like, I'll fucking send this? Fuck 'em.
No, if anything, it takes away the oomph. I want an easy life. I just want to read other people's shit. I enjoyed you on Facebook. You don't do it as much.
I've calmed down a bit. I'm
I used to love your odd ones.
Thanks, mate.
I can't even remember how they come about. There's certain ones that really hit me.
It's when
they really like. What is it? You've said some really funny stuff.
He's very funny.
I know, yeah, but like just like
really funny.
Really on the Facebook statuses he'd do. Just like when you'd be like you shouting for your neighbour's letterbox or some stuff like that. I just used to love reading them.
We used to do those special buys.
So
we get, is it the Lidl catalogue?
Aldi special buys, yeah.
The Aldi thing, and then you'd take pictures of things and then you'd make up what the things were, and it was
baby prison, 40 quid.
So funny.
You're like Stephen Hawking's hands, like, £12.
You've got to do it again. You should do that again.
I'll start it again.
Just do Twitter. Just do it as a parody.
I did a couple of stories. I did a thing on
TikTok,
Twitter.
and then you just do the little voice. You got to find a way.
I can't
do doing the little voice.
I just can't do it.
Why?
I don't understand it. I only just sort of get Instagram.
We're quite big on it, and we don't understand it.
It doesn't make any sense.
It happened overnight, and neither of us understand it. Neither of us know why.
I can't even log into it anymore. He's giving me the login details. I haven't got the energy to. I go to click on it to check the videos. Yeah. He goes, log in with this. I can't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I hate about TikTok is I joined it. I had no intention of using it. I've got 8 followers, not interested. Do you know what it is? Yeah, because I don't do anything on it. I clicked when you click it to open it. It's just the fact that it's on the video straight away. And it's like as soon as you open it, it's like it's at you straight away, and I can't deal with that.
I don't watch the TikTok ones because I'm quite into the Instagram reels, and I think if I get into TikTok as well, I'll just go from one to the other, and then it'll be too much. I'll just be there for hours watching 6-second videos.
Yeah, I can't. Like Instagram reels, fine. Yeah. I can't get involved with TikTok. I think I'm too old for it, to be honest.
I don't even watch the reels. I don't understand them.
No,
because I know that people know you've seen them then as well. So I feel like obliged to put a little love heart on it or something.
No,
like, I like that.
You don't know. He doesn't tell you he's seen the
Your
stories.
Is it stories?
Yeah.
What's the fucking reel?
It's a
It's
For
like-
You
it's-
page.
yeah.
Mine is just a lot of women with big bums dancing for 10 seconds.
Oh, I like the sound of that. That sounds
Yeah,
alright.
it's all right, but then
Show
I
me
do
your
go.
Instagram.
I do just go. But every now and then it'll just throw me some random like young girl up from Leeds who's got like 18,000 followers and she's clearly bored. I'm like, I'll look at that for about a minute and then I'll just leave the app and go like, what the fuck is going on?
My problem is because
I'm not asked.
I'm a gossiping a little bitch. Every now and again, someone that I hate will come on, and then I'll spend like half an hour looking at their profile, just out of hate, just hate viewing it.
No one watches you harder than the people that hate you.
Yeah, but then all that happens is that's all I get then for the next like 2 weeks is them.
They'll give them a
Like, I only
goddamn
wanted them
show.
once. I wanted a good half hour of fucking kipper you, and then I just didn't want to see them again. And now that's all I've got
I
because of the fucking
don't
algorithm.
hate follow anyone.
I
don't hate follow, but I hate check in.
I hate. Look, I do. There's a couple.
You hate
of,
listen and everything, don't you?
I used to. I don't as much now.
Right.
And stuff that I did used to hate listen to, I've sort of gone, who's bothered? Like I've sort of lightened up about a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I will hate look at certain people's stuff. I mean, mainly on Facebook.
That's a graveyard
I've given up
now,
on
isn't
Facebook
it?
now. It's gone now.
It's a fucking
That's the elephant
graveyard,
gate,
isn't
Yeah,
it?
but come on.
Like
there's-
Simba says, you don't go there no more.
I mean, we have shared ones.
There's some
that we-
golden ones on
Yeah.
Facebook still.
Really?
We're still like trolling this graveyard and polishing a few stones
It is
every now and then.
it's a
yeah.
There's a
cesspit of
guy that
adverts.
we've never met.
Never met.
Right? We know of him from social media
Is he a comic?
in a
sort
way.
of.
Open spot.
But do you know what? I've never met him. But one day, about 2 years ago, I got on the tube in London, and he got on my tube carriage, and it was like I'd seen Tom Cruise or something. And I was I went, oh my God, it's him! And do you remember I took that sneaky picture? And I was like, look who I've just fucking seen.
I had that with the Merseyrail man when he was like in his plain clothes in Tesco. I was like, oh my God! What's a fucking Merseyrail ticket attendant?
When you seen a
When did you
teacher out
ever
of
see
school.
them in the wild? They're either there or they're on the train or something. His own clothes.
Was it one of them where you thought, do I know him?
I
from
just
somewhere?
went, I was just like, oh my God.
Did you realise who it was straight away as well?
Yeah, I just seen him walking in his normal clothes. And I was like,
Start patting yourself, see if you had a ticket, and went, oh, actually.
Give him a bit of
I'm in
overtime.
Tesco,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, scam that, you fucker.
it's because you see them when you get the train so often. You see them twice a day for years potentially, and then and they're always there on the same shift. And then when you see them out in the wild, it's
Just living his life.
mind blowing.
Wow.
Fucking hell, this cunt's got a life.
Yeah,
You want to go up to him every now and then and just make out you're familiar with him. Like, listen, I'm not going to see you next week, so I'm going away. Just let
do you reckon they ever
Check
get
in.
cunts coming up to them going like, "Got your ticket?" when they see him in the pub? Got your ticket, only Joe. Do you know what I mean?
just the little ticket punch in the
Yeah.
pocket going off like that, you motherfucker.
Like if I was getting pissed in a pub and I saw the ticket man, I'd probably think I'm gonna go up to him and ask him for his ticket now.
Who do you think is
They're pulling the paper off the beer
yeah.
mat and writing ticket on it.
Writing
Does he
him a
give it to you?
ticket.
Yeah.
Feet on seats. There we go.
Blowing a whistle down
Yeah.
his ear.
You're drinking Peroni from a Carling glass, and that'll be £5.
who's the most famous local celebrity in Liverpool? Would you say?
Famous local celebrity.
Smith.
Yeah, you know, you
Purple
just have
Aki.
yeah. Oh, is he still around?
Yeah, he's still knocking about
Is he still
Purple Aki,
knocking
yeah.
about? Who apart from him, like, just, you know, do you remember the Market Street Mincer?
No, someone told me
That
about
might-
this guy the other week, and I had
So
no idea.
There's one picture of him on the internet. So in Manchester, and I'm talking 15, 20 years ago, maybe 20 years ago now. There's a guy who just used to walk up and down Market Street, really stylish, camp guy, loads of fake tan, and he just used to walk around like this up and down Market Street. And everyone used to call him the Market Street Mincer.
You know who he is, though, don't you?
Who?
He was the canal side killer, then.
Hey, the pusher.
Yeah.
There's the Queen of Scotty Road who does similar.
Yeah.
Kind of,
He's funny.
he's similar
Yeah.
to that kind of vibe, isn't he? Like,
But this was before.
ta-da to you.
Yeah, but bear in mind, though, this was
Times
I've
are
never heard the
hard
guy's
and
speak.
friends a few.
This is just a
getting
guy
on.
that people saw on a regular basis, and it was before the internet.
Yeah.
So we just gave the nickname was, "Oh, have you seen the Market Street Mincer?"
Well, he used to be the Birkenhead tranny, but that's probably politically incorrect now. for years. There's just one transsexual in Birkenhead.
That was it. Just
It's
one.
just like it's the Birkenhead tranny. Because you see them in the Birkenhead Market or the High Street and all that. It's the Birkenhead tranny. And then when Facebook started, there's a Facebook group saying who spotted the Birkenhead tranny, and then there's just been pictures.
Fucking hell.
The Loch Ness monster.
Yeah. That's what I mean. And then obviously now it's much more popular. So anything, fair play to him for leading the way.
Started a trend.
Yeah. Now, I think by ours in Liverland, there's the like Liverland runner, and he runs in the same. It's just some old fella. He's got a six pack, and it's incredible. And you just see him. He's like Forrest Gump. He just runs all the time. These 30-odd-year-old shorts, no top on. Doesn't matter what the weather, no top on. Bandage round his knee. Just bandage round his knee and just runs. You see him everywhere. See him Southport and that. But he's from Liverland, and he just, like, everyone just spots him. I just seen him there.
Motherfuckers.
He's on his little run.
Living in a fucking
runs
Guinness
all
advert.
day. Just like it is. Just like Forrest constantly running. And just think, what's going on? Like, what goes on in your head?
I mean, I suppose they're like London has Pearly Kings. These are our legends.
Yeah.
Because I had had mice in our house a few months ago, so we rang like a
Pest
control guy,
Yeah.
and he was fucking dead sound.
Yeah.
So he came back a couple of weeks later and like he got rid of all the mice. One night, one of them crawled out. The dog was barking at something in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And it was a weird bark, so I went in to investigate, and there was like a mouse by my washing machine trying to get underneath it. You know, like it's pissed and it's just lost its keys. And it's like, ugh. So I had to just get it out in like a tea cloth and just throw it out of my house. So he came back and told him all about it. We had a good laugh about that. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to London next week. I'm like, all right, brilliant. And he's telling me I'm going to see a couple of shows and all that. I'm like, fucking fantastic. Have a brilliant time, pal. He's like, nice one. A couple of days later, I'm out at the weekend and my phone goes off. And it's just the bloke who'd come on WhatsApp, who'd come to my house to kill all the mice, with just a picture of a Pearly King in London. He just said, from the Rat Man. He didn't have, how did he get me fucking number?
What's a Pearly
You're on the
King?
system, wasn't it, when you
You
called
don't know
up?
what Pearly King is?
No.
All the blokes
So-
are like mad sequins.
They wear like
Pearls,
these
innit?
buttons, pearled buttons. It's like it's charity that they do. So they're very famous London things.
So he
So
said charity then, no, you know it's not real.
it's
Charity, if you believe them.
charity,
Yeah.
right? They wear like they got plumed feathers in the hats, and they have them in different areas. Like I think it's more like to do with East London. So, for example, there's the Pearly King and Queen of like Finsbury, or the Pearly Queen of I don't know Hoxton, and they do like charity stuff. But it's a really iconic London thing. Incidentally, my boyfriend Tim saw this was a few years ago. I remember him telling me about this. He was on the tube once in London, quite late at night, and he said there was the Pearly King of Finsbury and his son on the tube dressed in their outfits. He said they got off at the same stop, pissed. One of them vomited, the other one slipped in it. And they were just lying on the floor in the vomit.
So who are these people? How are they selected?
Pretty real, is it?
How?
Is there only one, or there like
no,
a few?
there's one for different areas.
Yeah, no, but like, is there only one for the area? Like, do you not who nominate? How do you get elected the Pearly King of Hoxton?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think
Because I want to be one.
you want to be one.
You want?
I think
No,
I don't know how
still
you.
don't
It's
know
it's
one.
like you'll know him if you see him. You'll know
They're just
him.
covered in like
Yeah,
jewels.
you know.
Covered in pearls. Yeah.
Like pearled buttons, and it'll say like, oh, Pearly King or Queen or whatever, and they have these hats with feathers in. And how the fuck do you explain what this is? This is insane.
And they just
It
have
is.
jobs. They just have
It's
jobs,
fucking
and then
stubborn.
at night they
They
just.
usually retire. I think they're usually retired, but
It's just a charity.
do you know what they are? Busybodies.
It's a token.
That's
It's a
what they are.
tokenistic thing. It's not full time.
Do you know what?
I don't think you're a full time Pearly King.
It was a punk. Because he had a sign that said, help a punk get drunk. That's even better than a Pearly King if you think about it.
A punk.
Yeah, because he just had a sign that said, help a punk get drunk. And like, you're
Right.
giving him £1. And then you're like, there's no lies about what
So
you're
was he
doing.
home?
Yeah.
Was he a homeless punk?
I don't think so.
Was
I
this
think
in
this is in like
Camden?
Camden,
Or was
yeah.
he just like, fuck it, I'll have a sign. Like the people who got on the gig with a sign.
Yeah.
And gone, I'll tie my hand.
I know all the
That's
help
a
me
sign.
get drunk.
Yeah, that's a sign I'll get on board with, yeah.
So they stand in Camden, don't they? There's like 4 or 5 proper punks.
Yeah.
Like Vivian from the Young Ones.
Yeah, like
right.
proper.
Full do, yeah.
And they just
Right.
stand there and say help because people have pictures taken with them, so they've obviously gone, oh, we're going to start charging,
Yeah.
and you give them
Yeah.
like a couple of quid, and you can have your picture taken with them, and that's what
It's
they
not
do.
very punk, is it?
I got
Not really,
fleeced
no.
by
That
one of
Doesn't
them.
sound punk now.
The Colosseum in Rome, where they just dress up as like a warrior,
Yeah.
come over to you, and they're quite strong fucking fellas. get you fucking by the neck, get a photo with you with a knife and all the wooden thing they've got. Like it's a wooden sword, and then at the end of it, like hand out, and you're like, "Well, hang on," and then like, and then they turn, and then they're like that, and they're quite fucking big fellas. So I give him fucking €10. I was livid, livid.
But you got the picture.
I got a picture, of me smiling.
Out of a Polaroid?
No, this is the thing. So they're just not hanging around, and it looks like you think it was like a thing they've sort of set up where they have these people here that are probably paid to just come here, get photos with tourists, and then they get with your iPhone. So it wasn't even his like photos. It was me missus took the photo.
And he charged you for that photo?
And then she got one with him. And then he goes, now pay up.
Oh.
And I'm like, but they do it again with like the beggars. They come around with roses, give you the rose, and like, do you know what I mean? They put the thing, and all that sort of shit.
You know what we should do? A load of us dress up as Pearly Kings and start a fucking gang war with these Roman and fucking gladiator guys.
It's good because I wouldn't even know what I am dressed up as already, and I'll be there covered in past. Like, what am I doing? But this seems fun.
Take your coat off, Simon. For fuck's sake.
I look stupid if I don't have the coat on, Danny. Do Chester still have a town crier?
I don't know the other chance.
They must do.
Sure they
sounds
do.
like the kind of thing they'd have in Chester, doesn't it?
Yeah. I
Is
think they
it
have
down at
that.
McLaughlin?
Quite soon.
Oh,
Maybe.
mate.
Maybe.
Oh, mate.
Do it in the daytime.
I'll do it for you, mate.
See, different levels of like town where you can have these nice things, isn't there? Because I live in Moss Side, and if you went round dressed in pearls or in any kind of regalia, ringing a bell, trying to tell people the news, you'd be on fire in a couple of
Yeah.
We used to have Orange Lodge march through, but we used to throw bricks at them.
Did you see that one the other week when someone threw a fucking full wheelie bin at them?
No, but I'm not surprised.
Full wheelie bin?
Orange Lodge used to come down Lineker Road in Bootle, and we'd go from the pub, we'd be in the pub, and then we'd go in the pub beer garden and just start launching stuff at them.
Well, they start in Southport, and then they all get
finish in
pissed.
Southport.
Right, because they all get pissed, and the police are always there for the Orange Lodge. It's like a thing, because they know, because people are getting out from work, and it's like, oh, you don't get the train today, it's the Orange Lodge.
Right.
And they're just awful. So therefore you're like, oh, can you pick me up today? Because it's the Orange Lodge, and we don't want to get the train. Because it's just, I don't even know.
I don't want to get a called a Fenian bastard for going
Catholics
to work.
and Protestants in it, but again, I don't know what either of them are. But like they.
I'm a Catholic and I still haven't got a fucking clue.
Everyone
about
seems to
any.
know what they are, and I've never bothered to research it or ask anything.
Do you know?
I have no idea.
Are you christened?
I think so.
When you go to church?
Well, there's baptisms and Christians. What's the diff? One's older, one's younger.
Yeah.
I think I was done young, so christened.
Right.
I always find
So
it
what
really,
am I? Catholic?
I always find it really amusing when an adult gets baptised and, they just
In like the pool.
smashing into that water.
Just swilling. There you go, you weirdo.
Put a fucking suit on for this.
Well, we had Alan Finnegan on, and he was like telling us, because he's a Baptist minister, and he was telling us like there's some Baptists who've like they've got pools in the thingy in the churches. They said you got like the ones in Bootle and Olive Park. It's just a fucking paddling pool.
Yeah.
So you just get into like £100 paddling pool, one of the ones that rise to about 5 feet.
Go down the river Alt.
Do you know,
Like that, I'd rather just go in the canal.
Stick your head under that.
if I had to baptise an adult, as I duck them under the water, I'd whisper, "What have you done?
What is it?
led you to this? What have you done?"
What is the
As I was
reason?
looking at telling him, I'm pissing right now,
What would be the reason you need to get it? Is it just maybe? Is it for like marriage? Maybe if you want to marry someone from a
What do you mean?
like, why would you need to get baptized as an adult?
Yeah, well, if you've never been christened, well, it's
They might not let you
accepting
marry
God,
in a
isn't it?
certain church. Maybe.
It's you accepting God.
Okay. Yeah.
I was baptised when I was
Are you
11 because I was at a Catholic school, and they found out that both me and my sister had not been christened.
How did they find out?
Scandal
We
that day.
obviously went through the church records or something.
It's like checking a TV licence, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to tell her you're not
me and my sister had to be baptised on the same day. It was, and it's weird because
if it's a Catholic church, did they just do the whole little thing on your head,
Yeah,
or
they
did
just
they still
did-
try and dip you in?
Oh no, they just dabbed a little bit of
Because I always find it dead funny when
A little bit of
have you
Buxton
ever
on
se-
the forehead.
have you ever,
a little bit of Buxton.
you ever been to a working class like christening, and they've asked someone to be godfather who hasn't been christened, And then the priest is like doing, right, I'll christen you first. Now I can do the baby. Because now you can be godfather, you dickhead. Like, the fuck you been doing for 30
You
years?
have to christen him first.
You have to christen them for him to be a godfather.
Oh my God.
I've seen like 3 or 4 times. And I just think it's dead funny. It's like the priest going, the fuck are you doing? Get here.
Who's
now.
going to be their godfather?
I don't know.
It starts a chain.
Yeah,
It
that's
starts
Never
a whole
ends.
chain.
Never ends.
We're here all fucking day. We need you out of that paddling pool in 10 minutes. Someone's giving birth round the corner.
Have you seen that?
And we've got to christen the baby. And the dad.
I wonder if the priest is the godfather. I wonder if it's like, do you see that documentary about the fella in America who's the sperm doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, he ended up impregnating hundreds of women. I wonder if priest is just like that. I'm everyone's godfather. Yeah, bang. It's me. I'm your godfather now.
Oh, it's
Priest just going to heaven going, what have you done? Hundreds, mate.
That's the next big card fucking ploy. You mark my words then, if that happens. All the priests are going to want a card on Godfather's Day. Yeah.
Thank you for being my godfather. Thank you for baptising me.
Yeah.
Thank you for not touching me.
I'd send him one
Thank you for not
with
touching me.
just Al Pacino as Scarface, when he's sat in the chair, just get me references confused. Cheers, Jed.
Thank you for being my Scarface.
All I got is my word and my balls.
Speaking of Scarface, you've just made your film debut, haven't you?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, that was
Seen
nice.
that?
That was a beautiful segue.
That's one of the best
Si.
ones you've done now.
Very good, that.
And I have got a
I don't
scar
like
on my
that
face
now.
as well.
I don't like it if it made sense. I like
Normally
to just,
don't make sense.
I like to just then go from that to that.
I liked it. I liked the abruptness of it.
Yeah,
It really shocked
but
us
the
back
fact
into
that
the
sort of
room.
when Scarface speaking about acting, usually it'd just be he's talking about Christians and then going, what did you have for lunch?
Yeah.
Like that. Well, if it worked, there you go, fine. Let's not make a big deal of it. But
Well,
it worked.
Tony ate the lemon, didn't he? In the garden in Scarface. You're supposed to wash your fingers in it, and he ate the lemon.
Oh, yeah.
I've
Because he was that. It's a culture.
I've never
thing, you
seen
see.
it.
What do you mean?
You've never
Tony
seen
Montana
Scarface?
in Scarface.
Right.
Haven't you got
when he's
loads of these
meeting
films?
the
that
big
you haven't
Two
seen?
conversations going on.
When he's sorry. When he's meeting the big gangster guy, he has a lemon in a bit of water, and Tony eats it because he's come from such a poor background. He thought that was part of the thing, but it's actually just to wash your hands.
Oh, it's a
So
bit of
it
a...
shows
bit of
And
a
what
faux
happened
pas.
then? What happened then?
a guy gets thrown out of an helicopter.
Because of the lemon washing?
No, because
just-
he's a grass and
just
he's
a-
showing Tony what happens if you fucking grass, man.
I've only ever seen like bits of Scarface.
I think I watched it in Cornwall a couple of years ago because we were down there and it started raining. It's like, well,
Right, yeah.
someone's Netflix was left logged in. Fucking Scarface is on.
Do you know apparently he came up with the term yayo because it means
Really?
ice. Yeah.
Right.
And he's like, don't forget the yayo. And it was just a little slang thing he came up with, and now it's in
Tony Yayo.
Yeah, Tony Montana.
I know, but Tony Yayo is 50 Cent's right-hand man sort of thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Oh god! I bet he's just wishing for one more
Tony,
bullet in
stay
there.
with the semi-milky crack spot till the shit be bone dry. Sorry.
I will tell you about the film in a minute, but did you ever see? Did you ever see when 50 Cent did a film with Gerard Butler, and it was all over Twitter? There was a big promo thing on it. I can't remember what it was called. But this was me wrong when I went, fuck it, send. And it was 50 Cent going, me against Gerard Butler. Who do you think's going to win? And I'd quote it.
At what?
Well, in this, I think it's something about guns or something.
Oh, okay.
I thought, well, seeing as you've been shot 9 times already, my money's on fucking Butler. Just one good one. It's just, sorry, not to wish death on 50 Cent, obviously. He's got enough grief in his life, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But no, I'm thanks, mate. I'm going to be in a film next year, hopefully, called Mr. Doom.
And
What's
there's
it about?
also Che Burnley in as well, wasn't he?
Shay Burnley has got
Any other comics?
Yeah, Smug Roberts is in it, and we've got a guy from Spiral Carpets, Clint Boone, as well, Manchester legend.
So is it like a Mank film?
He's trying to do it as quite a northern working class. So there's a mix of people in it, but he's focusing on like the working class element of it, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's it about?
It's about a guy who is a good pool player, but he's just a bit of a fuck up, and he gets in with the wrong kind of group, and it just sort of goes from there. It's a bit of like a betrayal, not revenge, but like it's a bit of
It's not like a comedy film.
It's funny. It's funny in
funny,
parts,
right,
but it's equally serious and
So you're main.
I play Jack, who might or might not be Mr. Doom.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh.
But I've just finished filming it.
He may or may not be Mr. Doom.
Yeah.
Right.
So they haven't quite worked it out yet what they want it to be, or
I don't want to give anything away, but
okay.
like it's.
Come on, Simon, take the hint.
no, I don't give a fuck.
Ooh.
So you've put me off now.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, you should let me speak.
Well, the guest is in an uncomfortable position, and you're asking you 21 questions.
Yeah, you could have just said, "Don't want to give it away."
He did, and then you went. So
you said that on his behalf.
I said, take the hint.
And I was going to ask him another question then. Hang on, I brought the fucking thing up.
Did you enjoy it? It's your first time filming something?
Yeah. Acting's fucking easy.
Is it?
Like, they write all the shit for you. All you've got to do is just be off book a little bit and be there on the day. Because if you're off script as well, if you're off book, I know now that there's
Didn't even have a book at my house growing up.
There's like when you watch something now, I've had television and film ruined for me because if you see, like we're talking right now, if you see it pan to someone and then pan to someone else, but you see the front of someone else, there's been 7 different takes there where they've had to fucking redo it. So if you don't know your lines, you will by the middle of it because you've just got to keep saying the same thing over and over again.
Do you find it hard to learn lines?
I did it first, and then a couple of days in, something clicked with me but you look like a fucking lunatic just wandering around.
So how long do you have to learn your lines before you start filming and stuff?
I did okay because I'd had the script for a long time, but by the time we got to actually shoot it, it was on something like draft number 25. So you'd go in with the scene thinking, I know this bit. And then there was one bit where I had to say cunt a couple of times, and they'd actually done the research and realised you can't say cunt on camera if you want to get past certain BBFC things. So I kept doing it in the take, going, you cunt. And then they go, cut, you can't say cunt. I'm like, I didn't say cunt. Oh, you cunt. Fucking hell.
Have you had any formal training or anything as an actor? Never.
Just the streets, mate.
That's it. School of Hard Knocks and I did a play actually called The House That Stank of Death about 9 years ago, eight or 9 years ago.
That was at the Lowry. That
it was. I
remember
with
that was
Peter
ages
Slater.
ago. That wasn't it?
Yeah. So it was good to be like I was thrown in at the deep end a little bit because I was like not the lead, but like 50% of the sort of protagonists in it. So it was interesting. Yeah, but
how did you end up getting that then? Just someone just approach you?
Lucky. Like I knew the guy that fucking wrote it, and he wrote it with me in mind as well. That bit. So it's funny though when you're getting like people who are like extras, but part of the film as well. So I don't want to put anyone down; they were part of it. But when people were coming over who have got like headshots and seriously thought about the character, and then they go, "How did you get it?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just got wrecked with the director one night."
This guy thought he needed me in the film. It wasn't like he's an actor. It's like we need someone to play him. But if we can't get him with the budget, just get him, and he'll do.
So, with it being is it a small production, did you get paid for it, or did you have to time off work to film it and stuff like that? Or
both. I got like a day rate, and I had to have like 2 and a bit weeks off work just to get it done. But it was very intense film schedule as well. So it'd be like, some days we'd start shooting at like 7, but you're on set for like 6 to be ready. Start at 7. Sometimes go till 11, sometimes go till 3. Go back to the crew house, then you've got downtime, then back out at 10 o'clock at night till 3, 4 in the morning as well. So it was long days.
When filming stuff like that, you don't film in chronologically, do you?
No, and it's
Did
so
that throw
confusing.
you?
Yeah, it threw everyone. I think it even threw the guy that wrote it as well because like you're skipping past pages going, "Oh, we've done that. Oh fuck, no, we haven't. No, we just did it to get to that bit." So it's like, and then it's all right as well because like there was little things where like everyone's tired, but then you're just like, I think Jack would be topless in this scene. And everyone's like, hey, shut the fuck up. So after a bit, you're like, I just need to get this fucking done.
Yeah, I think it is.
You've got to give us our homework. Well, you fuck up.
Yeah, because when that's the first time when you say about the single camera shows. Is like it's because they got the tracks and everything. You have to kind of get it right every single take, don't it? Because there's so much that goes. If they had to reset a scene. It's a bit of a faff, innit?
Oh,
because
mate.
they have to track where's this shot going to be on that word. So therefore it goes move at this speed, then we're going to bend in it, and it's going to get in the face, and then they turn it around, and the turnaround takes. And I was like, fucking hell, you get 2 cameras and work, but then it doesn't work that way, does it?
No, because you've got everything in shot the other way. It's made me admire porn,
and also continuity. It makes you look out for content because you now know. So whenever I'm watching anything like that single camera, I'll just be looking at the hairlines. I'll be looking at one hair slightly there, just for my own amusement.
I love watching them eat because I had to in the trailer.
Tiny bites is the key.
When we shot the trailer, I had to do a scene in a cafe where I'm talking to Charlie, the other guy, and Danny.
You're having a full-on scran.
I had a full English in front of me, and they had a backup full English. So we did a couple of takes, and I'm just going. They're like, "Put it all around your mouth," and I'm like, "Oh," and then I'm just like,
filthy talk.
I'm actually like saying my lines through mouthfuls of food.
Yeah.
And then one of the camera guy, Craig, the camera guy, was like, Danny's plate's looking a bit empty there. Can we get the... So I got a backup breakfast brought in. And then we had to do other angles. So I had 2 full English breakfasts.
The key there is that they say is they don't get the plate in shot, do they? Because that's going to fuck it.
Yeah.
So they try and get it out. But then also the key is that when you're eating on thingy, you're meant to just... like when you watch them eat on like a film, it's the tiniest, the bites on the fork. It's like no one eats that amount.
Actors are pussies then, because I was going full
forks.
I'm like, fuck it.
What did you look like eating?
Disgusting.
Right.
Yeah. He actually sent me a video of it that I'll show you in a bit. It's supposed to be, but I acted my ass off on that breakfast.
Well, did you know Brad Pitt? Just because you two are the same now. He always there has to be a scene in every film he does where he eats, because apparently he eats dead sexy.
Really?
Yeah, apparently he eats really sexy. There's always... Every film he's ever been in, there's a scene where he eats.
One of you incels has to go through all of Brad Pitt's back catalogue now and watch every single movie.
Mate, there'll be a clip on Pornhub. There'll be a compilation on Pornhub already of Brad Pitt.
You reckon every film Brad Pitt's been in, he's eating in it?
He has to eat in it because he looks sexy.
And when did they figure out this? What film? He must have done a film where he hasn't eaten in his time.
You tell me.
What's the one where they find all those
Club?
documents?
Well,
George
eats an apple in the
it?
kitchen.
I don't think...
Because there's one where I think he was eating French fries and he actually does it very sexy then.
I don't
he's
think
like
I've
a
ever
personal
seen
Them
trainer.
lips. He's got them lips. He has got them lips.
I honestly, I can see he's objectively a good-looking bloke, but
He's good.
doesn't really do out for me.
Oh, come on,
Not
Rachel.
my bag. Do you know what I
That
think?
Fight Club.
I've never seen it.
Snatch.
Do you know I genuinely think
Fight
I think
Club,
men think Brad Pitt is... I think men find Brad Pitt more handsome than most women do. That's my theory on this. I think men go, whoa, look at him.
You haven't seen him eat, Rachel.
Yeah.
Clooney's still sexy. I think it's just because it's them, innit? It's them.
Both of them are dead
they're
funny.
the movie star. It's just
them
them.
are.
I just think they're really funny comedic actors as well. They've got something
I
like...
think you're told that they're sexy.
Yes.
So you therefore think they're
yes, there are
sexy.
plenty of people I've seen on the train that I go, if you were Leonardo DiCaprio, everyone would think you're the best looking man in the world.
Yeah.
Like, same with another woman. Like, if you were Margot Robbie, you'd be...
No,
the
Margot
fittest
Robbie.
woman. No, I know, yeah, but like there is... You see them everywhere. It's just that it's them, isn't it? That's Brad Pitt. It's Brad Pitt. I see really...
Margot Robbie.
Margaret
Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
Margaret Robert.
Yeah.
RM Bob. RM Bob. Oh.
From Cafe? Are you joking? She not good looking?
Does she sing and Robert plays the piano? Margaret? Hello, we're Margaret and Robert. Oh, don't you start, Robert.
Bradley Pitt.
Yeah.
Bradley.
What do you think of Clooney?
He's not my bag.
But for an older looking gentleman,
Yeah, he looks all right. But the weird thing, I have...
He's got the voice as well.
had a great uncle who looked very much like George Clooney.
Yeah?
Yeah, very much so. So I just think,
There's a guy...
just looks like Great Uncle Billy.
There's a guy who used to drink... There's a guy who used to drink the grapes.
Great Uncle Billy then, no?
There's a guy that used to...
Billy wasn't that kind of uncle then, no?
Oh God, no.
There's a guy who used to drink the grapes. That was a Brad Pitt lookalike.
Yeah.
He was all right looking.
Yeah.
But he wasn't... He just wasn't quite Brad Pitt. We could see how he had the lips sort of thing going. He was all right, but he wasn't Brad Pitt.
What were his lips like?
Just, he's got... You know Brad Pitt's lips? He's just got them...
Brad Pitt.
He's just got that.
Sounds like a fucking perfume flavour or something. Or a sheen, a lipstick
Come on.
colour. Oh.
On Fight Club, when he's got that little cut on his lip. On Fight Club, he's got that little cut on his lip. He's looking a little bit.
That's your favourite Brad Pitt?
I think that's my favourite for him, is looks wise. I think I'm going to go Fight Club.
You know, like your Uncle Bill, like George Clooney? Did anyone ever say to him in Manchester, yeah?
Oh, very good, very good, very good.
Is he in ER?
Yeah.
Well, George Clooney was in ER. But
That's when I was. That's when he was at his best. George.
I quite enjoyed that.
Thanks, pal.
It was a good joke.
That's me one
It took me 30 seconds to get it. I was like,
57 minutes.
Am I allowed another beer?
Yeah.
crack on,
Just go and get one. Do you want to know what anything?
I'm fine.
I'm fine, thank you.
Have a non-alky one, please, pal.
You're all right. That's what we're very relaxed on another one. This is staying in, by the way.
Yeah. So when's it out? Any idea?
We've got to go.
Or can't you tell me that either?
No, I can tell you that. We've got to go back in October for pickups,
Right,
for any bits we missed, and to reshoot some stuff. And then thanks, pal. It's 6 months of pre-production, and editing and stuff to make me look good.
6 months.
Do you know where the premiere's going to be? Is it going to be a big premiere and stuff?
We're hoping. We filmed it in Oxford, and the Oracle Snooker Club, who very kindly set us up for most of the scenes. The guy there, John, who is an absolute sweetheart, actually made us look good on camera because we looked fucking shocking at playing pool. And he was so patient with us. He kept the club open and was just having a laugh with us and everything. So they're actually going to have a premiere there. And there's a local cinema that's hopefully going to show it as well. So we're famous in fucking Oxford.
Where's it going to be? Where will it be released? You know, is it going to be Amazon or Netflix? Or what will we go?
Don't know if he's going for Amazon. You'd love it to be on net. I'd love it to be on Netflix, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there's a certain thing where if you get it played in a certain number of cinemas, it gets like a national release, and then it'll get a bit of a
right.
But there's a production company from Indonesia that are part of it, so it's also getting a premiere in Indonesia as well.
Flown over for that?
Hopefully, I don't know. I'd fucking love that.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
So how do you get that into like the big film fest, like Cannes? Does that have to get like? Do you know what I mean? Like, where's he going to try and get this to? Because any like sort of made like that, it's like who funds that? Is that just like some?
This is self-funded. This whole thing, yeah. The writer and director Leif Johnson, who's a very talented man, by the way, just financed it.
Really,
he got
backing.
He got backing for it with this production company, but it's his baby, so he's gone. I'll fucking put everything as much as I can. He has had additional funding, but it's very much like self sort of produced and everything. So I'm just dead lucky to be fucking part of it, man. It's interesting. I'm hoping
exciting, isn't it?
It might be the last thing I ever fucking do, but at least I've got summer. You know what I mean? It's
Do you know what? I said this to you. I think this is going to be the start of other things now.
Nice one.
Telling you.
Well, you know what? There is a scene where I've got to cry, and I'd never done any kind of acting at all. And then we had to do the trailer, and there's a bit in it where I'm crying in that. There's also another bit in the main film. But this is, again, another thing I learned on set, is that you don't just decide when you're ready and then go, right, let's go for the take. I walked out and I'd geared myself up to cry. I think I was in my boxer shorts as well. I think Jack would be in his boxer shorts in this scene, crying. So I just walked out of the toilet and I was like, right, I'm ready. And they're like, you've got 20 minutes before the camera's set up, mate. Oh, fucking hell.
How much of you say in your boxer shorts, how much of your wardrobe did you provide? And
it was all my wardrobe, bar the coat. Yeah.
Can we
wear literally your boxer shorts?
I don't know whether I'm hard to ask, but how did you get yourself to cry? You don't have to go into it if you don't want to.
I just thought of some you know what, Simon? The secret is, you know, like the Incredible Hulk when she goes, they go like, you better get angry. And he goes, you know, the secret is I'm angry all the time.
Yeah, stay angry.
And then just turns into the Hulk. It's the same thing with me and crying.
You're sad all
I'm
the
sad
time.
all the time.
You can tap into that.
Yeah.
It's like a tap.
I saw that on
At any point that can make things miserable.
That Steph Davis, that one in Hollyoaks, I saw her have to do 3-4 takes of crying, and that was quite impressive. It's just fucking. I was like thinking, because that, like you say, they have to do it right now.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
And they have to get the same time. It's like, fucking hell, this seems hard work.
I don't think I could do that.
No, well, I suppose what happens is
Say
sometimes
that I cry over Instagram reels now. So
if
maybe.
you cry once and then you can still stay in that moment and get the tears
Right.
down, and then you can just fake the cry, I think, a bit more.
They can do tear sticks as
Oh,
well.
the tear stick.
Yeah.
What's the tear stick?
It's literally just like they'll either put a bit like Vicks Vapor Rub
Oh
or
yeah.
something,
Oh,
so
make your
it
eyes
makes you
water.
go,
Makes your
or
eyes
even a little
water.
wet thing so you get a dribble and all that. And that's just
The
the same
tears
as
come,
porn.
tears come.
How good would
that
it be?
side
You know,
more
in
so.
the way porn, they've got a buffer. How good would it be for someone's job to be horrible to you? Just like someone in Hollywood's job to go, yeah, you
Yeah,
fucking hair looks shit though. Look at
they
you and
used
your
to-
beady little eyes. Just
In
like,
like some
oh,
early
ready.
production stuff, when like the director be like, I need her to be like this in this scene, and then just be like horrible to like the poor actress, and then like they do the take and she'd nail
Alfred
it.
Hitchcock used to do horrible things.
Yeah,
Like
that was.
he was the actress. She had like a fear of fire, which is totally justified.
Understandable, yeah.
And he locked her in this like phone box for this scene, and started a fire outside of it, and all the smoke was going in, and then they were filming her through the thing, and she was screaming and crying because she couldn't get out. And then he was like, "Oh, that's just what I wanted."
What
He was a weird. He was a weird.
Right now we're going to go for a take. Should have recorded that, really. Get back in.
That was the one.
Like you say, Danny, acting's piss easy, so you got to work for it in some element, haven't they?
I'd have rang me mum in that phone box. I'm in a film.
Like, don't try this at home.
Fucking warm in it.
You haven't done any acting, Rachel?
You're a cat.
I was a cat on an advert.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's acting.
Of
We
which
shot something actually that we never released, didn't we?
we did. We did Danny Dyer's.
You were a
Imagine if it was a porno then. And she went, Danny, we said we wouldn't bring that up on the podcast.
And he just kept crying.
Right, my bumhole's ready. No, you've got 20 minutes yet. For fuck's sake.
I'm not set up yet.
Get that wide lens ready. Actually, make
We're
it
doing
look
it on a
small.
track.
I was a cat on an advert, a Tetley Tea advert, and do you know what? I did. I don't think anyone would recognise my voice.
I was a
but
voiceover.
it's-
I was going to say, I couldn't imagine you how you would have been a cat as you.
Oh, it was just. It
was a
but,
voiceover.
Yeah, it was just a voiceover. But you know what really pissed me
It's a
off?
joke, that Simon.
What?
What a call.
Oh, it was.
That's what I said. You were a cat. And he's just got. Yeah. What?
I wasn't
How was you a
physically
cat?
the cat.
Yeah.
I was
Nobody laughed.
But
I had to make it funny.
the
Well, by
advert,
playing the idiot.
Exactly.
the advert's on YouTube, and I wanted
Didn't even have to wear
I wanted
headphones
to
for fuck's sake.
I wanted to show someone it. So I clicked on it and I thought, oh, I'll show you the advert that I did, that I was the cat on. And I went to show someone and somebody wrote underneath, that cat's so arrogant. That's me. That's just me being that cat. And it really hurt my feelings for a bit. I was like, oh, fuck it. What else have I done? I did,
That cat's so arrogant.
Imagine like if you sign, you click sign in, all right, and then there's a commitment in that fucking comment.
Oh yeah.
One,
That
to
cat's
be of
so
the
fucking
opinion
pissy.
in a cartoon Tetley Tea advert to be
And
like,
they've gone to watch
that fucking cat.
You know what must happen? They must have seen it on telly and gone, that cat's an arrogant prick.
I reckon there's going to be a
Hang on,
lot of
I
people.
need- Someone needs to know. I
Trying
need
to
to
find
find her
that
on
advert
YouTube.
now.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
these are the dweebs.
Yeah,
These
they
are the
are,
dweebs. Yeah.
well, it's like,
They
when
have
people
too much
say,
access.
don't ever read comments under anything,
Yeah.
which I never usually do. But during the first lockdown,
They make me laugh.
I got quite idle, and I thought, oh, just look at that. See any comments under that video? And one of the comments said, and I remember telling my friend James about this about 2 months later because it was still on my mind. I was in the pub with him. I said, you know what? And I know you shouldn't look at comments. And I looked at this comment, and it said, her features are too small for her head. Right. And you know what? And I went, and I just thought that was quite hurtful. And James just went, I went, oh, so you think my features are too small for my head, do you? And he didn't say anything. And I was like, either he's not listening to me or this is the truth.
Was it him?
Yeah.
It might have been him.
He might
I never
have
thought of that. The
She's
twist.
on to me. That's why I didn't say it.
Oh my God, the twist. It was him.
Oh, like buying deodorant for your mate because they stink. Like for a Christmas present, that's his. He's gone, how do I tell her? I've got to tell her somehow. Yeah.
Oh no.
You need to sort your head out.
Have you done that for someone? Bought deodorant for them because you
Oh,
smell?
no, well, I'm me. I'll just go, you stink.
So
Just tell me, mate, this stink.
what comment with what video was it where your head was too big for your feet?
For my feet.
For your feet. I think your head and feet are actually all right.
Head and feet, all right.
What did you say?
It's the nose for
Oh,
me.
it was just like
Have I misheard that?
Facial
Face.
features are too small for a
For
head.
my head.
I know, I get where you
The
had
thing
feet, though.
is-
You had feature, I'm with you.
The thing is, I know I've got a bit of a big fod, and I'm fine with that. Can't change it.
Right.
I'm fine. But then
It's the cheeks for me.
But then I started to get paranoid.
Go back at him, Rachel. I'm sitting there.
I
Get
shouldn't
it. Come on.
have brought this up. I shouldn't have brought this up. But anyway, they're the only comments that I've seen arrogant and as a cat and your feet's too small for your head, which I think was confirmed by my friend James. Or maybe I like to think he wasn't listening to me because of being neurotic.
Did you then Google how do I make my features more pronounced?
I have Googled big forehead several times in my life.
Right.
Because I think I've got a bit of a big fod.
Yeah, but wouldn't you?
I wouldn't necessarily.
So wouldn't you try and Google how to solve it? So you'd be Googling like how to make features more pronounced?
We'll get a fringe in it.
Right, is that what it is?
Yeah. Bangs. Yeah, bangs.
I mean, again, no, you're assuming it's just your forehead.
Forehead curtain.
You're assuming it's just your forehead.
Oh, don't you fucking start. Is it everything?
What do you
I
mean?
just think,
Oh, it's everything, is it?
it's not everything. Just
Is this what I've got to look forward to if I carry on acting? All these
Do
comments
you know what I thought
waiting
you were
for
going
me.
to say then? Is this what I've got to look forward to on the drive home? Is this what you were going to say then?
Fucking hell.
Did you ever watch Saxondale?
I did, yeah. It was all right.
You could have played that part.
Thanks, pal. A beat up roadie.
Who does Rent-A-Kill?
Yeah, who just does rat killing. Yeah. I
Maybe
could've
that's where the
fucking-
fella sent you the picture because he thought me and him are the
Oh
same.
shit, it's Saxon.
Steve Coogan went. Yeah, maybe see.
Have you ever done any acting?
Once for Hayley Ellis, and that was it.
What were you?
A disabled person who was ungrateful for being pushed across the road. I don't think it ever got released.
When was this?
Oh, I was going to say her material seems to
I
take
want
a
to see
dark
that.
turn.
I want to see you play this Eddie Redmayne over here.
It was
The
about
original Eddie Redmayne.
it was about 7 years ago, and basically it was a sketch, and I think she had to push me across the road, and I'm in a wheelchair.
How long ago
And I
was
was just dead ungrateful about the whole thing.
this? How long ago was this?
I just said about 7 years ago. I don't think it ever got released.
I can't believe that never came when she was on the pod.
I forgot about it until he said it. I was trying to think, did I've ever done. No, I've not really. I've been asked to do a couple of things, but I get in my own head, don't I?
I'd love to see
is it
you
on
play a
brand?
character.
Should I be playing that character sort of thing and then just get in my own head?
Have you done any acting?
I've
Don't,
got a character,
don't,
Michael
don't.
Bingham. Yeah,
Don't.
I'm accomplished.
Don't.
Yeah,
What, you do a
Yeah,
character?
He thinks
I've got a
He
character,
thinks he's
yeah.
the next Ricky Gervais.
yeah.
What, do you do it on stage?
No,
No,
I've
no.
never done him on stage.
Where
He's
do you
very
do his
funny though.
character?
He's on YouTube. You can go
He's on YouTube?
Michael Bingham. Yeah,
Is this true?
Yeah.
wrote and did it all. Yeah,
Ask him where the scripts went.
it's very funny.
What is it about? Who?
It's a fantasist who
Okay.
tricks a documentary crew to filming him on the guys that he used to be on drugs, but really it just turns out he's just wanting attention and wanting people to follow him because he's just a fantasist and bored and lonely and just wants
So why
someone.
am I not allowed to ask him about this?
No,
Because he
just,
gets annoyed that it's
Why?
actually funny.
No, I get because he gets on his high horse thinking he's accomplished and he's the next Ricky Gervais, and then it's dead funny when you find out like so he did this before he went to comedy,
Oh, really?
and then his route.
Yeah, Rachel. Yeah.
What he did to be seen was he just spent a day in London just handing scripts out to people.
I
Did
got.
you really?
Here's what I did. Right, I wanted to just do sitcom and that.
Yeah, let's be
Like,
script.
listen,
Thank
one
you.
of my lines I
Is
said
Ricky,
the
is
other
Ricky
week-
in now?
One of the
Just give him
lines
that.
I said the other week was that I
I'll be in the corner.
shouldn't know any of you. I should have just been a writer and then been a hit sitcom and gone. I didn't want to do the stand up. It just sort of as the writing went nowhere, I went, oh, you've kind of got to do stand up a bit. Like as just to get anyone to read something.
Also,
So
just like Ricky Gervais then.
well, yeah, but it's just like it's
Gotta
like
fail at stand-up
it's
a
like
bit.
if you read something and it's quote unquote it doesn't read funny, but then you go no, but I know in my head this is a thing that's funny, but then they'll be that's not a joke. But it's like yeah, but it'll be funny, and then in order to get people who read that to go well, if he's funny on stage, then it's kind of oh well maybe he knows something we don't. If he's making people laugh all the time, then maybe he does know what funny is. So therefore, I did stand up. Realised after I bombed once and I bombed for 18 months straight that I won't die. No one gives a shit if you bomb because no one remembers you anyway. I mean nowadays it's hard enough to get people to follow you no matter what. So I was like, then I just got into stand up, and when I realised that I didn't really give a shit about dying, and then I just thought, I'll just try and get good at this, and then I just really stopped writing because I came to sort of like stand up was more immediate in terms of you can get money from it quicker, and also you can get laughs and all that. I was thinking I just enjoyed doing that. And then
see
now
why
I
you
want to go
didn't
back
want
into
to,
the...
Rabbits on, don't he? Fucking bullshit.
But do you know what I always think?
I done something
Well,
when I
there's your
was in,
part gone, Danny.
done something when I was in sixth form.
I
isn't it,
know,
now?
Mr. Boom. It's not him. Whatever, Mr. Doom. He's told me off quad.
I think Margaret Roberts in that, isn't she?
Margaret and Robert. They do the soundtrack as well.
Do you know what I think's mad
Mr.
about?
Boom, he's the
about
man.
The entire like comedy and sort of film industry, whatever. You know, when people go, they won't read a script that somebody sent in. The thing is, I always think like, sure, there's going to be some people who are bad at something who've written a script, and there's going to be some nutters who've written a script. Why don't you just read the scripts that people send in?
There's
Why-
so many.
Yeah, but just read them.
But they've got no
Then you
time.
wouldn't do anything else.
Yeah, but they could have time. Employ somebody
Well, here's how...
to sift through them.
One production company, but then the guy's actually Top Joe. Do you remember a character called Top Joe?
I remember that guy.
Yeah. So he was an
a few-
intern at Hurricane Films in Liverpool, and then he read my script, and I also sent in a DVD I'd filmed it myself, and he watched it, and I saw Top Joe at Hot Water one time. I was like, I really loved Top Joe. I thought this was really funny. I don't know where he's gone now. And then he just told me, I was the guy that wrote your script and recommended it to the guy in charge of the production company, who then called me in and then said, it's all shit, your idea. but he was the one that I was like, oh, really? You were one of the guys who did a script report on my thing?
It's mad, though, because I do just think, like, just employ someone to read.
Well, there is. Have you heard of the
How do they know?
Do what?
The Blacklist. Apparently, Leonardo DiCaprio's production company started it first, and then a load of other production companies have got involved, like the top Hollywood agencies.
Yeah.
I think DiCaprio's, Brad Pitt's Plan B. They go round, and at the end of every year now, they ask all the companies, what was the best 3 scripts that you read but haven't actually commissioned?
Yeah.
And the result of it is every year someone will collate all the info and publish like the Blacklist. And there's a few that have been made a couple of years later as a result of these ones just going around the ether.
What, do you just like buy the rights to it then in case?
Pretty
that's
much,
any
they
good?
look at it and go, because I know Brad Pitt and Leo's companies both fight for scripts all the time.
Right.
Apparently, they were fighting
Hey,
for
it's
World
a
War
movie
Z.
in itself.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight.
Get Bradley Pitt in.
Bradley Pitt,
A Leo Cap.
Leonardo,
Leo Capo.
DiCaprio,
Liam Cap.
Liam Cap.
Leonard Cap.
The thing is, as well, Leonardo DiCaprio was from somewhere like Moss Side up. He'd have been bullied to an inch of his life for his ma being a pretentious bitch and calling him Leonardo DiCaprio. He'd never got out of school.
What a name. What a name.
I know someone called Leonardo because his mum really likes
Caprio.
DiCaprio.
Leonard Cap.
And I just think, oh, you're going to get bullied, you.
Well, Nick Cage
Leonardo.
is a Coppola, isn't he?
He's a what?
Nick Cage is a Coppola.
Yes.
What's a
Like
Coppola?
Francis Ford Coppola and
His cousin.
Sophia Coppola. Nicolas Cage is a member of the Coppola.
Don't know who
I don't know
Coppolas are.
Coppolas
Don't know
are.
Francis Ford
Dracula.
Coppola.
Right.
Cobblers.
Sophia Coppola, Lost in
Family
Translation.
Cobblers.
No, sorry.
Pro actor, mate. You're supposed to know these beautiful films.
I am a professional actor.
So what
aren't I?
happened with the? So it's still on YouTube to watch the thing that you
It's
did?
still on YouTube to watch
Only
today.
one cringe, yeah.
But what it was
Cruel.
it's just I haven't got the energy to do any more. I'm already burnt out. I haven't got the energy to do anything now.
You just seem very relaxed all the time. Is this because you're burnt out?
I bury my head
constantly
in
on
the
the moment.
Passion
sand.
has gone.
He's constantly on the verge of suicide.
I bury
when
my
you
head
know
in the sand, Rachel.
the end is soon, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Just whatever the easiest option to do fuck all is, I'll do that. Even if I go, you do realise it's going to make more work for you in 5 days' time when you have to do the thing you're saying you're going to do now, rather than have the argument of saying I don't want to do that now. I'll go, yeah, sure, we'll do that, and then that's done then until the next day, and then it happens what I got to do, and then I go, oh, now I'm living now. Now I'm in the moment. Now this isn't what I wanted to happen, and it's happening. I feel awful about this. And you arrive and you go, I'm here now. I'm fucking here. I'm alive. I hated this. This has ruined my life for weeks, this thing, and now I'm here and I'm living.
Wow. It's
I feel
incredible,
like that
this,
at a
isn't
festival when
You need to hear about the way I want to end my life.
it? Will you tell me how?
I've said it loads on the podcast,
Yes,
but
yeah.
basically it's
beautiful.
It is. And so I go to
We both know we're
Scotland.
both going to die.
Scotland.
I go to Scotland, somewhere like Loch Lomond, and I
It
get
has to be
myself.
Loch Lomond. Now, you mentioned Loch Lomond that many times.
Yeah.
I feel it'd be ruined if it's not Loch Lomond.
but then I don't know if the things that I need are there.
Right.
So what I need is like a log cabin but almost like I'm not picky on that, but I want it overlooking the loch, and it's quite close to the loch as well, so it's not set back. So I'm on that, and then I go there, and I'm dressed in like a merino roll neck. I've got black jeans, black boots on, nice.
Yeah, I'd kill myself if I was dressed like that as well.
Yeah. Well, again, one man's nightmare is another's dream. So there I am, and I'm in the cabin, and I'm just having a beer, and then I go for a walk around the loch, and it's cold. It's just cold and crisp, and lovely. And then there's crunching and there's noise like that.
Coat on, or
the coat's on and that, and then I go for the what was that? Sorry, I was too busy in my fantasy then.
Are you coating or just jumper? For how cold it is.
Oh no! So the roll neck's on with the coat on.
The coat.
Yeah, and I'm walking around, and then crunch, and then I find a lovely sort of pub or something, and they do like dead nice steaks and red wine in there, and then there's some women there that are really good looking, and they really want to speak to me. I'm like, no, not today. And then I sit there and I have me 2 steaks, and then I have me a bottle of red wine, a few whiskies, and then walk back to the cabin. There, have a few more whiskies, red wine, and then blow my fucking brains out.
Absolutely fair. I think that's absolutely fair.
We both know mine's going to be. I'm going to when I get to the point where I don't. It does, doesn't it?
Actually,
Mine's a bit more.
it does sound lovely.
I think it's got sort of girl with the dragon tattoo vibes to it.
Are you going to like cut all the tags out?
Film noir
as well. Put all the tags out.
Yeah.
Hide all your ID. Who was this man?
I don't know. I don't really
the
know
women
how.
are like, we'll never
no
forget
suicide.
him.
No, that's a bit hacky, isn't it? It's a bit hack.
He had 2 steaks. He did. He did.
2 steaks,
2
bottle of red
steaks.
wine.
Yeah.
Didn't pay.
Yeah.
Actually, we followed him
no
round
onion.
the loch. Fast walker, very brisk, strong walk. And then we heard a bang, and then we rang the police.
Do you think while you're walking around the loch, at any point you'll stop and throw something in?
I might skim a few stones, maybe.
Throw the bottle at the staff, Jason.
I've also got leather gloves on.
Oh, you got leather
I've got leather gloves on
That's
now.
ruined it for me.
So
a little bit.
no, but now I can skim them.
Have you burnt your fingerprints off as well, so they'll never find you?
No, there's not. No, because there's nothing. I'm not doing anything untoward.
Oh, okay.
This is just a one-man suicide.
Yeah, but like,
how
you've got,
it's
hang
gonna
on, in an Airbnb on Loch Lomond. One, you've lost your deposit.
Yeah, it depends who else is in the cabin with me.
That's
It's just some guy for an Ed Sheeran concert.
He's not clicked entire place.
Tearing over my suitcase, some fucking concert.
Are you
For fuck's sake!
Are you going to do anything for clean up?
Then it's a murder-suicide. I murder him, and then before no one knows he's gone, and then it's perfect.
Are you going to put a few
I get
bin bags
some
around, or are you just going to blow your head off and let it
Oh no, it's just gonna be all beautiful. Put a little bit of opera on. Stand at the window with a whiskey, armchair, there's the gun next to the side, and it's time to, and then it's like a film. Poof. But I also have this thing when I'm driving in the rain back from a gig at midnight, and I'll put some really like weird music on. I pretend I'm like I'm in a film. It's like 12:30, and there's like the drift is going on like Saturday night, and I'm just driving like a maniac, 90 mile an hour on a country lane when no one's here, and there's like a dead 4-year-old in the back of me seat. And I'm just listening to something mad.
The music slowly fades, and then this voice is going, just do it. Just fucking do it. Do it.
And then,
Swear, no.
Kill them all. But then I do go, oh shit, with a speed camera. Try and brake for the speed cameras.
What are these lights coming up behind you? Just fucking do
Dead
it.
4-year-old in the back, but I'll brake for the speed camera.
Do you reckon, would you leave a review on
bollocks.
Airbnb first? Before
And the ways Christina Aguilera woman goes, there's a red light coming up. They want to do us dirty, but not in a good way. I have Christina Aguilera as my ways woman now.
I'd have my phone by my toe, and what I'd do is I'd type a lovely message for the Airbnb host.
With your toe?
Yeah, no, I'd type
Is that
it
in his
first,
fancy or
but
your
then
own?
I'm stood, this is ready to go, and I'm like, so this is what you need to do. But idyllic location,
Why?
great hosts, 5 stars. I killed myself in this room. Send back. This is that beautiful location to end it off. Yeah.
Do you know what I've
Lovely last place to be.
2 ways.
Then
I've
the fucking no
I've always
signal, it won't
thought.
even post.
I'd like to go really inconveniently, like in a supermarket, just drop dead, like middle of the day in the supermarket. So everyone's like, "Oh no, this woman's just dropped dead,"
Right.
and it just causes, the shop's got to close, kids are upset. Do you know that kind of thing? Or firing squad, no blindfold.
Ooh.
Is this like you're in jail for firing squad, or just like literally like
It's really weird. I get like a thing of excitement thinking about it. Like, come on.
That's almost doable, isn't it? Just trying to go to like Iran.
Yeah, just commit a
Or
crime.
Iraq and just go, just
go and show a bit of ankle and sardine.
Stone me to death, though, wouldn't they? I don't think I'd get the option, would I?
I mean, getting stoned to
like
death.
a cigarette or anything to like a last
Being
one.
stoned to death is fucking brutal.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not for me.
I think I'd.
Not for me. Not
No.
today.
I like your
McDonald's,
public
not
place.
today.
Inconvenience.
Yeah.
I try and do it on like what's the one at Alton Towers? The
Smiler.
Oblivion.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Oblivion.
Yeah.
You know what? It just goes, don't look down.
On the picture.
Then and I just
Die before the picture.
that's when I'd have something in place on the harness.
Yeah.
And then just like knock the block of wood off. And then just as everyone pauses, I'd be like, right, and then just get up and then just step.
Oh, wow.
You get your picture took as well when you're on the way down.
I just like if you're already dead. Took something so you know, like, before the picture.
Stick a
everyone's
flare
going,
up your arse, get your bollocks out.
is he
your
Weekend at
Millwall
Bernie's
away
or
this,
is he
Danny.
dead?
That'd be my fucking. Come on. I would go on the smiler for that one, actually.
Oh, God.
Make everyone buy a keyring at the end.
Imagine how much them keyrings would be worth, though. Someone did do
Yeah.
that.
Fucking
Write
hell.
it into your will.
That
500 quid to Alton Towers for key rings.
It'd be a good horror film, that. People who didn't buy the key ring,
all die.
instead of the ring, the key ring.
Oh.
And you come out of a
The way
well.
you said that then was like you're just going as full woof. Not the ring, the key ring.
Every day.
Yeah, instead of the ring,
Yeah.
right?
And this great idea, guys. The key ring. Brad Pitt and George Clooney are one of us on the blacklist.
Next year, I smell a Sony.
I'm thinking
Gulliver's World.
I'm thinking Bradley Pitt in the main role.
Yeah.
Bradley Pittons.
So if they didn't buy the key ring, you haunt them.
Oh, not even 7 days you die. Just
No.
to haunt you until you buy a key.
Oh, no, I think you go the opposite. I think what happens is there's a twist where Den Macabre, people are buying the key rings. And everyone and then like 50 years later it becomes this legend and someone you can buy them off eBay. There's only like 5 left in the world. And then every time you buy the key ring, something happens.
Where you were going with that
No,
one?
that's no,
Something
because I don't want to.
Something happens.
No, but you know what I mean.
What happens, Rob?
Well, what I'm thinking, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking, no,
I don't fucking know. Give me the money.
Oh,
It's a fucking work in progress.
Let
No.
me tell you.
What I'm thinking.
Something happens.
No, because what I'm thinking is whatever you attach the keyring to. So you could have the keyring for years and nothing
All
happens.
the
But
cars crash.
the minute you put it around something, so you put it on a car key, bang, into a wall. Put it on your house key, house sets on fire.
It's a key ring.
But
It's supposed to go
yeah,
on
so,
there.
so whatever, that's what I mean, but whatever it attaches to. Like, you could have it really horrible. You know the way you can have key rings on, like,
How do they find
little
out?
kids' bears and stuff like that. And the next thing...
How do they find out though? What's the
What?
thing? How do they link these? When do they eventually start to go? What? Because surely
It's going to be the nerds, isn't it? The
No, we
nerds
know
on
exactly
Reddit.
how we find
The
out.
nerds on
because
Reddit.
The opening shot is a keyring being held up on a pen by a police officer. One Bradley Pitt, I might add, going, and he's eating some chips as he does it all. When you think of this, Leonard.
Yeah, that'll be the one. That'll be the one. The house is on fire. It's like, everything's burnt. But the keyring.
The key ring.
What the keyring?
It's not even charred.
Oh, we found this body that's been mutilated, and then they open its mouth, and the key ring is in the mouth.
Keyring comes out, and
Or
Leo's
the
like,
bum hole. It's up to you, whichever one you want.
Bumhole, please.
Sometimes.
that's another ring, the key
Deleted
ring.
scenes.
The ring key ring.
Oh, but listen, the scenes are in my head now. Because sometimes I like to put
The
my key
rusty
rings.
key ring.
Sometimes I'll put my key rings on me.
That'd be easy to make it into a porno, wouldn't it?
It sounds like a movie.
That's the parody.
Saving Ryan's privates.
The rusty key ring.
It's the same, but Brad Pitt fucks it out of the person
A bloke crawls backwards out the telly towards you.
with his bum up.
Asking if you've seen his car.
Someone puts the key ring on the knob and the next thing, boom.
Fuck me in the ass tree, you slag.
I'm still laughing as well at Something happened.
Something happens.
Well, I'm workshopping it. I've got the
Next page.
I've got
Something happens.
I've got the
Something else happens.
I've got the first scene. The first scene is when he gets
Invoice.
the keyring. He gets the keyring and he spins it around his finger and his finger falls off. And it's like, oh, that was sharp, wasn't it? Oh my God, when my fingers fell off. And just little things keep happening to the next thing. Bang.
Let's get
Turn
it
over the
written.
car, bang, you're on fire.
Let's get it written.
Let's do it. Let's
20,
fucking do
20
it.
pages each.
Yeah.
How many Patreons do you have? They can fund.
250
Surely they
There
can
you go.
fund
Do
this.
like a relay, get the strongest right to last. I'll just go third. I'll just go third for this
Oh, will
idea.
you? Yeah.
What's the picture on the keyring? Is it me killing myself on the Oblivion?
Yeah, do you believe
Yeah,
in the
it's
king?
you.
Okay, so it's a cursed image straight
Or
away.
it could just be
Yeah.
somebody that has a heart attack on the Oblivion, and then they find out, oh, hang on, that person died.
No, it has to. Yeah, no, yeah, because that way, that's why they're still selling the picture because they don't know they're dead.
No,
At the keyring
right.
and they go,
So
"Oh,
when they get the keyring,
Here we go.
the picture of me with my arsehole out when I'm dying.
Yeah.
When they get the keyring, and
It's
they
like you're
die,
trying to keep your arsehole in the film at the beginning. Like, you're going like, Daddy, if we could just get away from your arsehole being on the gear.
that
No, I know, with
fucking-
my arsehole out.
Like Brad Pitt always eating.
Yeah.
Danny's always got his arse out. Always. Has to be a scene when Danny gets his arsehole out.
Daddy's never done a film that he hasn't got his arsehole
He's
out.
got it insured for $6 million.
It's a separate entity. I
You
get
do have a good arse, though, don't you?
It's all
You
right,
do have an
pal.
all right arse.
Thanks, mate. I'm doing a calendar.
You do have a good arse, like yeah.
Mate, I am going to do a calendar for charity.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, well, I'm doing funding for this film now. The rusty keyring coming
Have you had
soon. out
anyone
of a bubble near
report
you.
them pictures ever?
What, sorry?
Them arse pictures you used to post on
No.
top of the shed?
That
and
sounded like you've reported them.
Yeah.
He
No,
has
I
got his
haven't,
ass out on the
No, I
shed.
just haven't seen any of them, so maybe someone...
No, luckily. They will now. I mean,
Yeah, sorry.
Now you're
about that.
goading them.
fuck them.
Bleep
I'll
that.
screw 'em. I'll just turn up outside of their house, won't I? With my ass out. Yeah. Here's a 3D. Do you want to buy a keyring?
Need more keyrings. That's our next
Key-
merch.
ne-
Should be some keyrings.
Bumhole keyrings.
I nearly bought my mate's picture on Alton Towers when we went one year because, you know, Rita, Queen of Speed, one where,
Yeah.
like, fucking Mach 2 or something
Oh,
straight
it's a
away.
60, yeah.
My friend's face, the camera froze on him in such a way where he was just like, and it just looked fucking ridiculous. He wouldn't let me buy it. He had a tantrum at the stall, and he was
Yeah.
like, "You're not back," because I was crying. I was laughing that hard where
Yeah.
he got annoyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still
Yeah,
regret
could
it.
you buy
You can
other
go-
people's
You can't-
photos on
yeah,
there?
and you could go back Alton Towers for a while, and they still do it.
That's fucking
But a few
weird.
years ago, if you didn't buy it at the time because he wanted to make more money, you could go online and buy it.
So you
If
could
you-
buy
if you knew- if you
everyone's
knew your
photo
number.
on that ride.
So weird
Yeah.
that.
Surely they could say, they'd have to go no.
How do they?
How do you know
Police
it's not
it.
Because
you?
it's you're buying the photo of you. So
Oh
you
my
can-
God, this
yeah.
is a sequel
But I'm saying if
to
it's
the
online,
keyring.
say if you do it online,
A sequel or was it a sequel
I
or
think this
prequel? Or?
is so. Basically, what's happened is stuff happens.
Someone's bought it.
and then the film finishes because something happens, and then the next film,
Something
at
else
the end
happens.
of the film, something else happens. They got
And then we invoice.
the ride is reopened,
yeah,
and you just see a family going, "Hey!" And the dad sees a picture of, I don't know, a woman with big boobs or something. And goes, "Oh, I'm going to go online and buy that." But what he doesn't know is that
Good idea for anyone watching.
she's died,
Bought the photo of a dead woman's big tit.
and yeah,
But-
that's what he's got.
You could also have
The best kind of tit.
flashback
Big
to the
dead
first
woman
one.
tit.
A very young Kylie and Murphy from the Ponky Blingers in there.
right.
And he's a young kid on the ride that I kill myself on. And then he grows up and works at the kiosk
And then-
where they sell the key rings.
Right, yeah. Shit that I did, Danny.
It's like the ring.
Terrible.
It's like the Ring 2, but the Key Ring 2.
The key ring too.
Key Ring 2.
Key ring harder with a vengeance.
Unlock
The
keyring.
Key Ring 2.
Keyring tone.
Memento. Key ring 2. Titanic harder. Do you know what I was trying to remake scene for scene in my head? Breaking Bad, but it's the Chuckle Brothers, right?
Right.
And Paul Chuckle is Walter White, and Barry is Jesse, right? And we call it Breaking Barry. And then, you know, oh, bloody hell, Barry, I said methylamine, not Jeff and Jean. Fucking hell.
Sounds like a porno, too much breaking Barry, that's the only problem.
Breaking Barry. Oh, you can't now, can you?
Yeah. It's probably broke in already.
Not seen Breaking
He's
Bad.
gone down there
I've
anyway.
not seen Breaking Bad.
It's all right.
I've never seen it.
I've just finished Better Call Saul. That was all right.
That's
You know,
always,
all right.
that's always droning on in the background in our house.
Is it Better Call Saul? It's all right. You know, I'm really into Peaky Blinders. I like that Tom Hardy just gets away with just doing the weirdest fucking voice now. I don't know if I can do it, but
It's Better Call Saul subtitled.
Everything's
Well, it is
subtitled
if you want it to be. Yeah.
I know, but like, is it like it's subtitled? Like it's not in English.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is English, yeah.
I tried something else, but Escobar. I tried to watch them. Go on. Sorry.
well, no, there's a lot of Spanish in it though. I think as well.
Maybe that happened. I thought, fuck this. Go on.
Well, no, that was it. Just
Come on.
Sorry, I know I interrupted there, dude.
I kept doing that when I was doing the film as well because there was a scene where it was like a bit of a fight, and I kept going like a western.
Oh, that's my favourite. That I do love that so much.
Craze.
Like a shootout. It's a shootout.
Shootout
With guns.
like a western.
Like a western.
You've got to do the western.
What are you going to do? Bake me a cake?
Do you know, I have to. You mentioned I have to have subtitles on with everything now.
I've started
I
doing
can't
subtitles and
focus.
stuff.
No, I cannot remember anything unless
Even
I'm.
porn.
Well, no. Unless
But
I'm.
I like a Latvian girl, you see, so I have to put
Can
subtitles on.
can you actually put subtitles on pornography?
Yeah.
Can you really?
I don't know, but I've clicked on ones and I thought it's fucking German this, and I
Give me some British who's an ass.
it's fucking German.
I like how I said pornography as if I had no connection to it.
Is it
Can you
pornography?
Yeah.
How's it
on
pronounced?
pornographic material. Can you do that?
No, I don't know. Just this a girl I liked Latvian. She put subtitles on it, so I've
That's
literally
quite
watched everything.
thoughtful.
Everything I watch has subtitles on now. Everything. Even our clips have subtitles on. All the reels have subtitles on.
Have you seen the reels where it's done it automated for someone, but they've got like
Yeah.
a Brummy accent, and
Yeah.
the sentence just doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
at all? Just fucking just tweak it, lads. Come on.
Yeah, well, I have to do that on ours. It's like
Yeah.
every
Any
now and
accent, I
again you'll have a
suppose.
southern person, like you'll have Alfie Brown on. It's like I haven't got to touch this. It's fucking amazing.
But typos
And
are
then
good, aren't they?
Oh, constantly.
Typos are good for engagement because people want to
Yeah.
correct you. So apparently, if you throw in a typo, so I noticed. Wow, whether when we said, well, for example, like we said a day in lieu,
Yeah.
LOO. So people will go, it's actually LIEU,
Ah.
and it's comment, it's engagement, so it's tricky.
Yeah, but
Same
you
with Starbucks, innit?
Do you want
Writing
that
your name weird.
Yeah.
So you post a photo of
Do
the
you want
cup.
that engagement? I don't want that engagement. What do you call it? Pedantic. They can fuck off.
Yeah, it's the algorithm though for every one of them cunts.
I've blocked
Another
people
8 people
for
who
They
don't buy
want-
tickets are going to see it.
They're trying to be a cunt by correcting you, but really they're helping the video by
Mm.
commenting.
Right, yeah, it's clickbait.
Yeah.
That was that what you're doing? Because I originally thought this was called not one podcast.
So Rachel's like, no, not it. No. Every 3 weeks, she's get another female comedian, and she's like, no, not that one.
Well
Not
done,
it.
darling.
No.
You got that in with 3 minutes to spare. Well done. Fire. Absolute quality.
2
Well
clicks
done.
you've got now.
Ain't not there one.
These clips will do better than Mr. Doom.
How many people watch these clips on average?
Clips or the podcast?
Is your whole
The
podcast.
podcast
a video as well that you can watch?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we have about. I don't want to reveal the numbers in case people.
No, fair play.
you can tell
No.
me.
We get about 14 to 20,000. No, sorry,
Wow.
10 to 20,000, but the average is probably about 14
Fucking
an
great.
episode
That's very good,
across
yeah.
everything sort of thing.
That's a stadium. That's a march we can organise one day, innit?
Not enough of you cunted on Patreon now, so sort of fucking out. Getting this shit for free. Not even getting YouTube adverts because we're limited every fucking other video.
I have no idea. I'm clueless. Like I said,
You can't even have the TikTok.
I can't even get on the TikTok anymore.
We're on our last warning. We're on our last warning on TikTok as well.
I can't do it,
What?
Rich.
Because apparently we promote too much sexual violence.
What?
Fucking hell.
Sexual
Are you putting
violence?
subtitles on it though, Rob?
Because, we just post. People come, they tell a story, we post it, and then sometimes people come.
Maybe just
Do
for
you know,
like
you look like the bloody crazy frog with that on your head like that.
Oh, okay.
Don't it?
You look like another
Crazy
side.
Frog. I had a T-shirt with the Crazy Frog on.
Fuck off.
I did. When I did Michael Bingham, but I had the Crazy Frog T-shirt anyway.
Why did you? What,
I was in France when I was about 12 and I bought it for a laugh.
And
Yeah.
It has his dick on as well. You could only really get the crazy frog with the black thing over his dick, and then I got like a proper one with his dick out.
Rob, you look like a helpful side character in a French movie. In a delightful French movie. Like, you've just popped up from behind the cupboards going, I can help you with that, monsieur.
Oh,
I'll tell you where that is.
Robotnik.
Robotnik. You come with that one already.
I didn't.
Yeah, whatever, little features.
Oh, little features. I just sound like a Native American Indian when you said that. That was
Yeah,
quite
running little features. Yeah.
Bigger little features.
Little features. That's delightful, actually.
Nasty little
Yeah,
features.
that's on the blacklist next year.
Nasty little features. Beady little features. Here she is, beady little features.
Beat it.
That's a good keyring tagline. Keyring 2, beady little features.
Oh, yeah.
This one's
Three.
got sequins.
Keyring 3.
Keyring 3.
2 is Memento.
The 3 ring.
3
Yeah.
is beady little features.
3, yeah. Keyring 3 ring. It's going to be called the 3 ring. Beady little features. My fucking head's gone.
You know,
We're just filming at Camelot.
As it is now. Yeah. I'm feeling that this is like I'm getting the feel of Final Destination for the
I got that
for the
vibe,
keyring franchise.
The
It's
ring,
a franchise now.
Yeah, 7 days. Yeah. Oh yeah, if you dodge it, the ring will get you in another way. Like if you don't die on a ride at Alton Towers, someone just stabs you in the car park when you leave.
Oh no, our one's more vicious. Rather than it getting you, it just starts getting all your family till you kill yourself.
Or what about
it's like, you owe us a death. We're just going to take everyone until you've killed yourself.
You've escaped the curse. Your life's taken an upturn. You've won the lottery, and you buy your dream home. And when the estate agent shakes your hand and gives you the keys, you go.
This is the curse on.
And the key rings on the keys.
You still doing all killer no filler?
Why do you think I should pack it in for this?
No, I just wanted to ask. It's enough now. It's enough. Sometimes you have too much of a good thing.
And about we've got the script. We're going to London and just handing it out.
You can have it, mate. You can have it.
Outside, you still like that? Yeah. You have the Nando's? Yeah. Do you have a little read of this while you're there?
Did you hand it to strangers?
Getting back to that. So anyway, I blagged an interview at like Fremantle or whatever. It's with the X Factor people. So I think this is my big chance to go into a big production. So I went to a big production company. He likes to butt in and interject. He speaks very quickly, so people listen to what he says. So that's why he gets ahead of people in the conversation, because he gets his sentence. He can start half a sentence back on you and get his full sentence out, and then people will respond to that sentence because we haven't had a chance to get
very much like the crazy frog, actually.
So anyway, I went there, and then I took a load of scripts with me, and I was just like, can I hand these
rather
to
than
people?
a USB?
Well, it was back in the day when I was like 18, so what was 20 it was fucking ages ago. So I took the scripts, and then
USBs
I just didn't understand. So I was there, and then with a load of fucking creatives, just like there, and they thought, you got to get in a group, and then you've got to come up with an idea. And this is Sandra, and they give the profile of Sandra. She's a 32-year-old single woman who loves cats, and she's like staying in on Saturday night, but also likes going out every now and then. And then you got to get together as a group and come up with this show idea, like Take Me Out or something. And we're just sitting there, and I'm just like, ugh, this is just, I don't want to do this. And everyone spoke in my group, apart from me. I just stood at the end, just waiting for the whole day to be over so I could go and hand the scripts in to the people at the front there. I go, can I give these to that production company who work here? Because I want, and they were like, we can't just, and these were written on Microsoft Word, by the way, they weren't even final draft. And then they were like, no, we can't take them out.
Times New Roman 12.
Yeah, just sporadically spaced out what I thought. Yeah, and then I just went and then just sat in the pub across the road, just thinking. And then
waiting for the phone call.
Got bladdered.
Just read this, mate. Yeah, do you want to come back?
All these people at this interview really wanted this job, and they're all sitting there not drinking, just waiting in this pub to see who got the call to come back for a second interview. And I'm there just drinking the Guinness, just thinking like this. What? Why are they all so worried?
What kind of a way is this to treat people? That's terrible.
What?
Like, that's a weird. So basically, they got a load of people there to come up with ideas for TV.
Well,
it was a job interview.
Application
it was a job interview.
Yes, it was a job process. So this was all like
application form.
So they were just
you get an application form, and you have to write out like X, and some of them are show ideas. And then
So you got the job interview.
I got an interview. I pitched this idea on my show. Idea was, it says, come up with an outlandish idea for a show. And I think mine was something like a group of OAPs are going around. It was called Pangea
Ride
Anew.
the Oblivion.
It was called Pangea Anew, and Pangea was when before Pangea was the continent before they all split up into Africa, Europe. So Pangea was when the world was the one thing. So I called it. I called it. Well, I was explaining to the listeners what Pangea Anew, and basically they would go around the continents, competing in tasks to win the best funeral ever. And some of them would be like, but they'd be like ridiculous, funny things. So it'd be like, whoever can lie in the coffin with their eyes closed the longest wins that heat.
What else one of them dies?
Well, that's the thing. So you go around continents competing in tasks, and whoever wins it sets the family up for life. They get the best funeral ever, and it's all great.
Just like,
Oh my god! Yeah, but the mad thing is that could be made, and that's
No, the worst thing about that
I'll
idea
get the
is
application
you
form.
can't do that show and not watch the funeral. There needs to be a climax.
Yeah.
If I'm watching, I want to see the funeral. I've fucking suffered
I'd
for
rather you
12
didn't
weeks.
say climax,
Right, but
because it makes
the
it
thing
sound
is,
like
don't win
you really
that
want
prize.
to get on
No,
it.
I'll have to get the application form when I can find it. Because it was 10 years ago, whatever. And I'll read out what I put. Because I actually read it back a few years after this thing and thought, that's not a bad show idea. I quite enjoyed that.
the person who wins the funeral is the only one that doesn't win anything. They've been
No,
through this
there was
shit.
something. Yeah, I know it wasn't that well thought out.
No, I'm going to my own funeral. So that's...
I wasn't expecting to get anywhere with this application form.
Fair play.
I just wanted a job in the media
I'm
to
with
be
you.
around media people because I had no one.
Okay.
I was just literally.
Very at 18, that is a very smart thing to do.
That's
Well, I
driven,
had-
man.
I had-
That's an understanding of the process as well.
I had no one to. I didn't know any stand-ups. I didn't know anyone in the creative thing. So I was just like, what am I doing? This is why I turned up at certain bars and just said, can I do stand-up at an open mic night? And there's just 5 men playing in the corner of Leo's bar in Southport. And then they all come off and sit at the back whilst I go on and just don't speak for 10 minutes to these 5 miserable men at the back and the barman going, we've all just come off riffing our... Because there's just old men who want to do it. And I thought open mic night, that's what it... You go to an open mic night and you do that. And then... But there was no audience. It was just them going, young lad wants to do some jokes now. And then the 5 sit at the back.
And
Well,
you went up and did...
I didn't. I had no talk. I mean, I was. You don't understand. I didn't have anything.
It was 18 months of...
I couldn't speak on stage. So it was 10 minutes of me just going co-op and Alton Towers. And,
He's a mumble rapper, this one.
Yeah, I was a mumble rapper before it was the thing.
I'm going to
I
buy
was
stuff
like
to Loch
Chief
Lomond
Keith
soon.
Denny. I was from Chi-Town.
I think this is... Do you know what? I think this is incredible, to be honest. Like,
Thank you, Rachel. I've got an incredible story. And he tries to downplay
I
it.
don't actually know how you did that. I couldn't have done that.
No.
I could not have done that.
Thank you.
Humiliate myself in that way.
18 months
No,
solid.
but I couldn't though. Like,
Now you're going. You turn into that. Stay wholesome, Rachel. Stay wholesome.
turning up to open mic nights and going, can I do some stand-up, even though you had no confidence.
And no jokes.
And
And no jokes and no audience.
But you still did it.
There was no audience.
But you still did it. You still
What
got-
was I doing?
Yeah, but you got up there, you still stood there, and you still...
It was clear it was mental illness. It was mental illness.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think it was...
Oh, no. Come on, Rachel.
I think you just
That's
wanted
mental
to
illness.
do something, you didn't know how to do it. You just were going, I'll
Going up to an open mic night and then there's 4 men playing drums and guitar.
What were they playing? Do you know what songs they playing?
No, I just came in. I was like, "Is this an open mic night? Like, can I do comedy?" And they were like, looking around, going like, almost like you, because they've probably seen comedy in their life. I'd never seen it, so they probably seen like, and they just went, "All right."
You know he's good. Manning.
And then
Do you know what made them want to do comedy? Because he watched the Office bloopers and went, they look fun.
yeah, not the actual show. I saw Ricky Gervais having an absolute fucking scream recording this thing, and I thought that looks like a great way to make 80 million quid. So I'll do that. And then it spiraled, and now
Hello, is that
12
the
years
Red Lion?
later, I'm sat on an IKEA sofa in an industrial state in Chester, broken, talking about my suicide in Scotland.
No, you've got the key ring, mate. You've got the key ring.
Yeah, we've got that to fall back
You've
on.
got the key ring.
Yeah. We've got an
just made
award-winning
a
script there.
franchise.
I need to go on a podcast that lets me speak for 40 minutes without trying to be funny.
There's one next door with like 5 old men just playing pool and having a jam.
That's every pub, though, isn't it? That mental people in the pub shouting at people. No one's listening to anyone. They're just shouting at each other about how miserable they are.
Yeah.
And you come away and no one fucking knows anything because you've just shouted into the void for 20 all night.
Yeah, but everyone feels better for it.
Exactly.
I asked when I went over to Canada with Alison a couple of years ago. Alison's dad is a big fan of music, and there's an open mic night round the corner from theirs at the Lighthouse pub. And there was a guy on from England, like down south, but like you just like, I've got to go and talk to him. Like,
what are you doing here?
Went over to him and I was like, oh mate, that was fucking great. I was like, do you know any? I think it was like a Paul Weller song and a Richard Ashcroft song that I said, oh, I'd like to hear you sing them because I think you've got a similar thing. And he's like, that's a brilliant idea. He said, I'm just having a break, but I'm going back on in a minute. So I think he did like Wild Wood by Paul Weller, but forgot all the words. Just was, you'll find yourself. Fuck. You fucking. I'm like, it's called Wild Wood. I'm a wild wood. And then he just cut it short. I'm like, well, that was a fucking waste. He's like, well done, man. That was brilliant. Oh.
That's what life's about. Yeah. Moments. That's what I mean about living. It's just a miserable situation for everyone there. And you're in it now.
Stood at the back going, no.
What would have happened if it had just been a good rendition of a good song, Daddy? Boring.
I guided him into it and made him rubbish.
Just stand back going, you could have just said no.
Cut to you two getting glass in him at the end of it.
I think I did do that thing. I was like, because I walked up to him, but I've seen him on stage and then he's come off stage. But I've gone up to him and he's just like having a pint talking to his friends and he's turned around and sort of gone to go, hiya mate. You know, like back at comedy, like, hiya mate. And I've just gone, where are you from?
Why are you here?
You motherfucker. There's only one from England round here, mate. Come on, gotta go. Outside.
And as he put the keys in the ignition, you got the key ring.
As he goes to unlock his guitar key. Right, we calling it?
I was just trying to think of another key pun then, but I think that's done then, isn't it? It's 11 o'clock now, isn't it? I think.
Bloody hell.
11. Yeah.
Probably around that time, yeah.
Gone quick.
Well, he had 3 yawns within 4 minutes, so I knew that's time. If it hits 5, we've got to go. 5 yawns. If it's 6 yawns before midnight, mate, he turns into a fucking beast.
The taxi van doors just start opening themselves.
Yeah.
Ready to
Just started beeping outside.
Green lights will start coming from Red Hill House.
I'm coming, kid. Come on, Robert. We've got to go home.
It's the 6th yawn.
Right.
6 yawns.
Sutcliffe, where can we find you?
When's this going out?
Be about 4 weeks.
Oh, right.
Do you need to go out earlier?
Oh, well, I'm at Blackpool this weekend, but that'll be ages away. Don't come and find me. Leave me alone. I'm on Twitter. You can follow me on there. I rarely post. I'm quite funny on Facebook, Simon says.
I haven't seen you for a while, so maybe you
He's not. He used to be funny on Facebook.
I used to be, yeah.
That's got a lovely arse, though, so you get a chance to see that somewhere.
Oh, yeah. We look forward to that being reported soon. But no, not much. My phone's off. Have a look at us online. We're all out
Google
there.
Danny Sutcliffe.
Yeah, Mr. Doom coming out next year. There we go.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Rachel, what about you? What are you promoting?
Well,
PG tips.
PG. Oh no, Tetley. That advert's not coming back. I drink Yorkshire tea. On all the social, on all the social media at Rachel Fairburn. I'm at the Frog and Bucket in Manchester on the 6th of October, or 6th or the night. Whatever's the first or second. Look, it's Sunday in October at the Frog and Bucket.
2nd of October.
I think it's the 9th. Maybe the 9th of October at the Frog and Bucket with my show. I'm also at 21 Soho in London at the end of September. Please come to that. But other than that, I'll be about.
It's your tour showing it. It's called...
Can I Be Awful? Yeah, thank you. My show's called Can I Be Awful? I'm doing London and Manchester first, and then there'll be others, but I haven't worked them out yet.
There you go. Right, excellent. Sign up.
Come to the live show.
Come to the live show.
Oh,
Thank you.